Sword of omens, give me sight beyond sight.
I could do a fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. Done a million times. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop up, hop out, and then roll, then that is split ass. Fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop up, hop out, and then roll. I mean, pop it. You roll.
I don't buy
and
into
then
whatever
you go in
bullshit you're
to
saying.
the shit. Powerly blind, powerly.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Ready, guys? Oh my god, this right now.
All right. Oh, for the love of God. Oh my God, dude, that video though, holy cow, that's freaking awesome. We found this channel today, it's pretty awesome. And that's actually in the description for the second video, the YouTube channel from that. What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's B2P. Got a lot going on. Some of y'all might know I'm in the middle of moving, so that's been a little crazy. Important stuff to say. Shout out to Swift Duck for this week's Pilot of the Week, one of our own B2P's. Oh, woo! Fucking. Oh, wrong one. We'll play it anyways. Fucking. This week, man, we got a big list of birthdays, and I want to wish my buddy, my brother from another mother, my fucking homie, the other prop. Fucking Artemis Prime, happy birthday, my brother. Happy fucking birthday. Aside from Artemis here, we've got Todd, we got C Wood FPV, Bob Rugi, aka Kebab, Lilithium, an OG goon, the one and only Ricky White, also known as Dreads FPV, Bashers motherfucking United, yo, happy birthday. Red 5, Alice, happy birthday, Red 5, another goon, and last but not least, the one and only Jeffrey Hardy. So with that, over to the goons and our birthday boy. What's up?
What's up? I'm all choppy already.
Now he's all choppy.
Look at this guy, bro.
We literally been working on trying to figure out why I get choppy, and then it happens.
That's not that.
What's up, everybody?
And now
going
you're
on, bro?
smooth.
Now we get
Nah, it's because of his age. He's showing his age is slowing down. That's the lag.
it. It happens. Fucking 37's a real deal.
Dude, the Wednesday My Dudes videos are so amazing. Holy cow.
That shit was on point, dude. I love the
The
fucking nematode thing he's got on there. It's fucking hilarious too.
right? The fucking he's
yeah.
got a why is it posting that bullshit? I hate it when it posts. You try to copy a link out of Facebook chat and it fucking posts a ginormous.
I told you, bro.
Oh, bro, it's the worst.
Thank you to all the people wishing me happy birthday.
Hell yeah, bro.
Zemo Nitrome is the YouTube creator, or our channel that's hosting that video. Shout out to that. He's got a bunch of quality remixes over there if you want to check him out.
No, it's coffee. Estoy tomando café. Saca tomando café. Usted lo-
Tell is super low. What is tell?
Tech.
Hell?
I'm guessing it's
Oh,
tech.
tech. Maybe,
Huh?
yeah.
What'd I do?
He says your voice is low. I can bring zoom up a little.
Voice is low.
Bring it up.
Bring
I
up
could
the
bring it-
volume.
Bring it up,
Bring
pump
up
it
the
up.
volume.
Pop up the volume. Pop up the volume. I haven't changed anything on my end. I can bring it up a hair. That's about it.
Bring it up.
That's as high as I can go. That
Pack
better,
it up.
guys?
Pack it in.
Wait.
When
Let me
you
sound
begin.
sexy. Wait. Let me do some ASMR. So yeah, I'm gonna wash my props. Oil, and then I'm gonna lube my.
Hey man, this is a family show here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this is a family show here.
Okay.
For real though.
I'm rubbing my.
Yeah, Wednesday, every
strong.
Wednesday on TikTok. Yeah, there you go, Waldo. Thank you. Tech, sorry, with a little typing with one hand. Yeah. It's all good.
Right on. Right on. So how's everybody doing this week?
What up, Westside?
Yeah.
Pretty good. I was supposed to go flying today, but I didn't. I got lazy.
I've been
That was
spending my
sweet.
week repairing stuff too.
Oh, we know that. You've been repairing what since last week, and then Monday you
Yeah.
fixed. So you had an issue with your signal wire and your VTX last time I checked.
Yep, got that sorted.
Guys, this guy literally because we do like well, those guys don't. Well, the guys don't even know what we do like post before we actually do a live stream. So we have like a little weekly powwow, right? And in the back end, you're used to just Greg just fixing stuff, and he had issues with his quad or why not. And I called it. He fixes quad, and you see him kind of like jittering back and forth. We're about to say like, goodbyes, and what does he do? Goes to fucking fly. He literally
Brian Kirby in the house.
Brian
What
Kirby
up,
in the
bro?
house.
AKA Wesso FPV. If you know,
What
did
did
you
you
In case
call
anybody
him?
didn't know.
Go rip.
you get your backs in. Oh no, you told me you crashed right that night.
No, I just hit the ground on a split S, like
That
just
UFL
flat bang,
popped loose.
but it was enough to pop my UFL out.
Did you zip tie that UFL?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that.
did, yeah, but I gotta find a new way to.
How
mount
in
it
the
up
hell
there.
would it have come on loose if it was zip tied though?
Unless the UFO is done. The pigtail.
I just did it real quick because I was trying to meet somebody.
I wanna
Oh, so you-
be with
so you
someone.
half-assed
Banged
it.
out real quick. He's trying to meet somebody.
Yeah,
Trying to
so
meet up with
that,
somebody to go fly.
right. Rip a pack.
I'm always
right?
late.
Rip a pack. You said?
Fucking, I was flying with Spagoose.
This
He
was
always
Goose
gets
was
there,
just saying in the
way
chat.
before I
Oh,
do.
that's her name, Spagoose.
He said that we're always late because of Swift Duck.
That's why I let you in
I'm
that,
always late.
that game of quad.
Well,
I got
actually,
you,
tonight
dude.
it was because Artie and Tech were nerding out over cars like maniacs for a good while.
I
So
could
Oh,
talk
well.
about cars all day long. That's just me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, just because of that. I think I'm a
Okay. I was watching ridiculous drag races between Teslas and 1,000 horsepower McLarens, and it was just good stuff.
I could watch car videos all fucking day. Like, this is one YouTuber that I watch that's like track racing, and then he goes to a factory to work, and he's always showing off his car collection. I'm just like, oh yes, baby, say my name.
Yeah, you type in with one hand, right?
You damn right. One hand the keyboard, and the other one is stick shift.
There you go. That's what you tell them. Well, right on. Speaking of some videos, what kind of news we got going on today? Anything? Anything come up this week?
well, we forgot to mention the week before last we had talked a bit about Chris Teal, Droneco's Shotcaller. And last week we forgot to mention that it is actually on pre-order now. So if you would like to get in on that fucking action, which I highly recommend you check out, the Shotcaller in various configurations and such is now on pre-order. I think that's the link for the bind and fly. Is it? Or no, this is the frame link. Sorry, that's the link for the frame.
Going to hit them up.
Wow, 608
Select
5.0
options.
hands.
Oh, well, he's got a full kit with
Bro.
TPU. There's also he's also offering bind and flies. Let me see if I can find
Yes,
this really quick.
he did mention that.
So he's got that's the frame link I just dropped, and then where the hell? I seen it. Oh, here we go. I seen it. I think we showed this on the site, but here I'll bring it up actually here. So this is here's the link coming in for the bind and flash, the Shotcaller.
Props
Chris
up
has got
configuration.
Chris has got a wrench. Yeah, you can run it props up, or you can make it a pusher. There's a couple configuration options, so you can run a standard configuration, and Chris has also been developing a pusher config, which I'm not sure if he's got that picture up here or not yet, but can I bring these up closer? There we go. So this is the bind and fly. Maybe the same pictures in both links. I'll have to look, but this is the bind and fly.
That thing looks so dope.
Got hyperlights on it.
Hit your boys up at Drone Co.
I just got that new slime colored fucking TPU too. That new Sane Smart slime colored.
Get some of that.
But this is up for pre-order, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Westside, I believe you're looking at what, October-ish? Where did I see that? Let us know when they're shipping. Oh, he's got a code. Goon420 for 20%. Wow. Got a code. He's got it in there.
Boys. Goon420 for 20% off until the show is over. Go get it, boys.
Go get it. Wait. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm excited. I'm excited to build one of these. I've got.
Yeah, I am too. That's so good.
I've actually got I got to get with Chris and actually got to order the damn frame my damn self. I've just been so busy. But I got a fucking 6S quad that is a racing quad that I don't fly, so I was gonna strip it and use it for this. Strip it. No. I'm gonna strip it.
Wait. You gotta do this, guys. You gotta go like this.
They can't see you.
Yeah.
No one can see you right now.
What are you doing?
We're looking at this frame. He's just doing some crazy. Oh, he's got his credit card out. Somebody give me. Somebody buy me one.
I got you.
I got you, bro.
Somebody buy me. Here, all right. We're coming back to Zoom.
It's a couple dollars short.
I need the frame with TPU so I can fucking rip apart one of my quads and build it after I get moved. I'm just kidding. No, I need to get on this actually though. I've been buried for weeks packing. I live in a house full of boxes now, so it's not pretty at all. Dude, I barely slept on the night. I've had shit thrown all over my bed. I haven't even slept in it in like 2 weeks. I just slept on the couch.
That's good shit, huh? You gotta love that, man. That and sleeping next to boxes.
Get that box smell.
Smell the cardboard in the morning.
Didn't be making frequent batch orders.
Glue and tape.
So speaking of the move, so we want to tell them about next week.
Yeah. So as it stands, unless something radical changes in the next few days, we're just trying to get things set up so that Artie can host easily. But I'll most likely still be traveling next Wednesday, so we think it's best that we cancel next week's show and pick it back up in 2 weeks. Just because I'll be traveling, so I can't really facilitate launching the stream and shit. There's no guarantee I'd be in a place to be able to start the stream. So rather than adding stress to everybody's lives, Artie and I and Gray, we've all been working to get Artie kind of set up with being able to host as needed. Still kind of ironing out some details, but unfortunately we're gonna have to take next week's off, which is actually, aside from Christmas break, is the first show we've missed in almost 2 years. Not quite, but like almost. God, it's almost already October, dude. We started the middle of December of 2019.
That's crazy.
It was like the beginning. We started fucking around like kind of the beginning of December, I think. And then we kind of did the first stream like the middle of December. And then we took off Christmas break. And then we haven't missed a day since.
Well, you haven't missed a day since.
Yeah, I have not missed a day since.
Yeah, I missed a few days.
You,
Missed a few days.
how long you were out? I think I won't say close to a month, but just
It was.
about
I think
that.
it was over a month.
Was it?
Felt like
No,
it was fucking
it felt
forever.
like it. It definitely.
It has been a
So
fucking
where you
wild
going to,
ride.
bud? Everybody keeps asking where you going to.
So I'm gonna for the moment I'm gonna be staying out in Indiana. I'll be near Indianapolis. For now,
shit.
as I try to formulate my next moves and things of that nature. I'm eyeing Colorado hard right now as far as my final landing place, but the reality is that basically, to be quite honest, like, look, I work in the entertainment industry. I'm not part of the union. I've always been a freelancer. I've been freelance working in entertainment since the late 90s. And in New York, there is some things happening, but there's also a lot of things that have gotten canceled. Because of Delta, a lot of work has gotten canceled. I effectively had a lot of stuff lined up. COVID screwed us over really hard for the last year and a half. We started seeing some events and some things starting to happen kind of towards the end of spring, beginning of summer. A few things happened, and then there was a bunch more cancellations, and then a couple more things happened, and then like normally September's for me, I'm booked to the point where I have to refuse jobs to get a day off the whole month. Like, I could be working 24/7 all of September and in October into November, and usually right up to Christmas. That's usually how my seasons go. And to be honest, like, only one gig has come through for me out of everything. When that's just to give you kind of a metric, if you will, and so the reality is I could sit here and keep trying to wait it out, and I would just hemorrhage money. I've been bleeding my savings away. I haven't been building quads. I bought I think I bought a 4-in-1, and maybe I bought almost nothing in the last year and a half. It's crazy, actually. Last thing I built was my center rat, and that was the beginning of 2020. So anyways, my point is that I've been hemorrhaging money. I got to do something about it. So for me right now, it's the best move for me to get the fuck out of New York, because New York is entirely too expensive to live in without proper income, and, trying to apply for gigs and shit. Nothing's happening fast enough for me. So, I can't afford to stay based on what's happening right now.
Same thing's happening to him.
Yeah, bro. I mean, the entertainment industry has just taken a massive hit. Yes, there are some things happening, but you're also seeing there's a laundry list of fucking tours that have canceled. Like, a lot of the big parades and events in Brooklyn have been canceled. Like, a few things are popping off, but there's a lot of industry folks that are out of work, and there's not enough work going around for everyone right now. And now the film union is talking about going on strike because they don't like the fact that everything's being pushed to streaming versus going to the theaters. And that's going to be, it's...
That was inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, but it got exasperated by COVID, because
Absolutely did.
because theaters got to shut down. The film industry, it's kind of like wham, boo-hoo, play the fiddle or whatever. The film industry's lost a lot of money, whatever. But I do believe that the industry needs to stand up for their rights. I think we need to see some change in our industry in general, in terms of, like, in the future, because people in our industry, we have to pay for everything, our own health care. We don't get benefits in many cases. Some of the union people do, but non-union, it's a lot harder, man. And everything was cool. I was doing so good, and I was so successful up until the beginning of 2020, man. And then it just fucking, you can't, like, a year and a half, my whole fucking business just went down the tubes, and shit happens, man. So I'm going to try to pivot. Unfortunately, I can't really do the kind of cinematography stuff I want to do with drones and such in New York City. It's a lot harder here. You can't even fly in Manhattan, and, like, it's just a big pain in the ass. And so I want to get out where I can fly, where I can work towards that. I can, even if I have to make a living doing inspection work or something, like, give me a quad, let me go fly it, make some money, fucking somewhere beautiful. New York is not a pretty place to be stuck in. You know what I mean? It's like, when COVID hit, for me, FPV was one of my biggest forms of therapy. And when COVID hit, that got obliterated. I mean, and I was mentioning to somebody earlier today, it's like, man, it was like the first, 6-8 months, it felt like we were in jail. You know, like I'm living here by myself in this little fucking apartment in Brooklyn, and there was nothing to do, man. And it was the winter, and I couldn't go fly. And it was just like, I might as well, like, you know, I tried, like, I stayed busy, but man, it was fucking tough. There was just like, it was so tough living alone, fucking trying to stay motivated when you don't have work and income and shit. And like, that's what kept me going, you know, like I would go gig all fucking month and then, you know, take a day off and just go rip hard, you know, a day or two. And then I would sit down and 3D print, create something. I was always in motion. And for me, it was like hitting a fucking brick wall. And you know, not the easiest thing to deal with, to be honest. Initially, they weren't going to give us any help at all. I mean, beginning of 2020, I'm fucked. I don't know how I'm going to pay bills and eat, you know, and we ended up giving us some money, you know, whatever. But it, you know, again, people like in my industry, a lot of freelancers who don't qualify for unemployment. So like, it's, you know what I mean? It's a fucking big mess. So, you know, I'm cool with it. Like initially I was pretty fucked up when it was coming to the point where I'm realizing like this is no longer sustainable. It was really hard, and you know it really took its toll on me for a few weeks. Yeah, I mean, I feel now that like I feel light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Now I feel like, you know, it's just change, and change is good. And to be honest, I've been wanting to get out of New York. I didn't want to rush away like I have to kind of now, so to speak. Like I had wanted to do a little bit more on my terms and slowly pivot into, you know, aerial cinematography and stuff. And this is just going to force my hand, you know. I mean, I'm going to have to fucking, when I get into indie for now, I'm just going to have to get busy and get focused on fucking pushing that goal. And then, like I said, I'm eyeing Colorado. I'd love to get out by Chris, go fucking help out.
Hey, Chad, just to let you know, I'm a moderator of this channel now. So,
Oh shit! Wow. You know what?
I'm pretty sure I saw. Is there a Facebook thing going on right now about you being a moderator?
I think I saw one
Just
posted
saying.
by some guy.
Some guy.
I'm just saying. So I've been getting like, ever since we like started the stream, I've gotten like 400 messages telling me that I'm a moderator now, even though I've been a moderator for fucking 10 years. So if you hear me let you know that I'm a moderator, it's because I got another fucking notification.
There you go. Good shit. At least we know the chat know that he's a moderator.
Are you
if you
sure
don't know,
you know?
Greg, you know? Chad,
I
you
don't
know?
think you know.
I'm not sure.
Right
They
on.
may tell me later, but
Just want to make
it's
sure
already
you know.
gone at this point.
It's all right.
I'm just reading the chat here. Fucking, a lot of people are experiencing this stuff, guys. Spagoose was saying he was 13 years to get to where I am in the film production industry for my dream, outdoor fishing shows, etc. Within a month, it was destroyed by COVID and politics. Yeah, King Turkey, you're in Indy? Fuck yeah, I'll hit you up, bro.
Right on. I think a lot of people have been kind of dealing with
Pretty good.
similar shit, Chad. I mean,
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and I think
I
that's,
think it's
you know, a lot of people are, man. And you know, it's one of those things. It's hard when you're in the moment sometimes to remember you're not alone. But you know, it definitely felt that way. You know, at times. You know, I tried to have faith that, you know, the industry was going to be back by now, and I had stuff. I had jobs on the table. There was things in the books, and it's like, as when all this bullshit started to keep on going, it was just like things started going away, and just like, what the fuck, you know? And it was, you know, in the beginning of COVID, it just all stopped. It was literally middle of February. Every gig I had booked the whole year got canceled in like 1 month. Like, it was insane.
yeah.
What's up, Will Brown?
What's
Just
up,
in case
Will?
y'all
I hope
didn't
you...
know, I'm a moderator now.
You're still a
Oh,
moderator?
you are?
I am,
Yeah,
totally.
damn. Yeah,
I
just
wasn't
remind
sure if I knew now, then,
Greg,
but now I know.
Now you know. Chad, you
Good.
know.
I'm just glad that's cleared up,
Chad,
at least for
you
the
guys-
time being.
I might forget though, so I hope it reminds me.
It will.
New York is an amazing place, like Spagoose said. Yeah, New York is an amazing place when the work is good, but there's a lot to love, and there's a lot I'm gonna miss. Sushi for
Hell
one.
I'll leave and I will miss it. Try to take my word for it.
But
Shit,
there's definitely some shit I'm gonna miss. I mean, my hood was actually becoming a super awesome place. Like my hood is like early.
Your hood became bougie, bro. I'll be real.
My hood. It's not bougie.
I grew
It's
up in
fucking
Brooklyn,
cool.
bro. I remember his neighborhood not being too kosher at one point. So
now it feels like much more like the village in my hood now. Like it's got village vibes versus.
It reminds me.
It used to be really barren and very just urban and not much really going on. There was stuff like bodegas and shit, but now it's got like there's all the outdoor dining shit. Like right on my block, there's like fucking bar, fucking, and it's just people everywhere, like hanging out front of my house all the time. And it's nice to go downstairs and feel all that energy, that, it feels all that activity. It's cool. But yeah, I mean, if you're not here and you don't have a good job, it's a hard ass city, and the thing that I'm honestly looking forward to the most is to be able to walk out the back door and put my feet come on, Ben. Put my feet in the grass. Seriously, like being in New York, you're always on concrete unless you go to the park. If you go out of your way to find grass, you are always on concrete. And it's actually funny, I have an Australian friend, and she was visiting me, and she said, "You know why you smoke cigarettes? It's because you have no grounding in this city." And I was just like, never actually thought about it, really. And then it makes so much sense. Because she's like, you're always on concrete.
You miss grass and things like that until you don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And like I said, being here is great if you got income, and there's tons. You can't do anything if you don't have income. You know what I mean? Because everything's it's too expensive just to live here. Like normally, I mean, average fucking apartment costs in my hood are $2,600 and up per month. It's gotten crazy here. And then fuck food and everything else, like electric, $400 a month.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
it's unnecessary.
So
it's fine if you're getting paid. Not so nice when you're not.
Yeah, bros. I mean, that's it. So it's like ultimately, I had to make the hard decision of like fucking
hop in the house.
Brother? to stop hemorrhaging money and fucking move. And then shift and pivot into some other shit, that's fucking.
Go feel the earth.
Feeling the earth, like, bro. Yeah, I mean that's the one thing. A lot of people in the music industry suffer from depression. It's because you go out in the world, you're traveling, living like a rock star, always in motion, always all that excitement, all that adrenaline every night when you do a show. Like, even for the tech crew, we're all fucking adrenaline junkies. And then you go home, and it's like hitting a brick wall because everything just stops, and so many musicians and roadies suffer. I got fucked up. Like, that's why I moved to New York initially, was because I couldn't stand that. I need to be somewhere where I can get busy and fucking get in motion and stay that way. And New York is great, again, if you have work, but if you don't have income, you're fucked. And so that's it. That's really it, man. And yes, putting my feet in the grass and sitting by a campfire, smoking a bowl, I need that shit right now. You know what I mean? That's some shit I need right about now. And I would usually have the money to just go home and do that for a while, but so is what it is. But ideally, like I said, I mean, unless I get a better offer somewhere else, I'm targeting Colorado right now as the next step. But I'll be out in the Indy Midwest area for the future.
Well,
so with that,
good luck there, dude.
So with that, next week, we're gonna postpone. If anything changes radically, we'll make an announcement. But just plan on the week following. Some sort of show should be happening. We'll see what it turns out to be. It may be in the Raw. It might be
B2P Raw featuring your host.
On the cell phone.
Your hostess with the mostest.
I'll go on, but I'll be on an Etch-a-Sketch connect to a Pi, to a Raspberry Pi.
Etch-a-Sketch drawing.
Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 hours later, hello.
So shit, what time is it? Okay. So in other news, that's my story. I haven't really talked about it a whole lot. You know, I haven't been really public with the whole thing. People knew, but yeah, you know, is what it is. And cheers to the future, Chris. Yes, I'm excited for the possibilities.
John wanted to let you know, Artie, that you know.
Oh, stand moderator.
You know who else wanted to let me know? YouTube just let me know. Hey guys, I'm a moderator.
You know, that's the other thing. Night Train, fucking, yeah, get out to Colorado. That's one of my prerequisites for the next major step is definitely legality. A friendly state. Yes, legality. Like having legality in New York it's just one less bullshit thing to worry about. You know what I mean? It should just be legal everywhere. They need to just get shit and get off this fucking pot, because it's like, or get on the pot. Like, fuck, one of the two. But
I'm still waiting for my old man to get it. I'm just waiting for my old man to get his car. If I can be like, yo, dad, let me get this, and that. I love you long time.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Miha says, he's like, I hook you up with my boy. He runs security for crop up there. Yo, we could do aerial security for this shit in Colorado, bro. Like, we got a sensor alarm. All right, send up the drone. Fucking infrared fucking camera on that bitch. Let's go. Little fleur.
Oh yeah, Night Train in Michigan. What area in Michigan you in?
I got a boy near Detroit. Actually, he's really
said he is on the pod.
You're not alone. Fucking, I got a boy in the Detroit area. He actually just does genetics. Basically, he just clones and gets good genetics and sells trays of clones. And he's like in the Detroit area. But I don't want to be up in Michigan, bro. Michigan's cool, but I've been there and I've done that, and I want to get out west. I've done the East Coast. It's time to go west. Go west, young man. It's time to go west, and better, like, more southwest, but not all the way down to where everybody's crazy.
How far does that you have to go for them?
I don't know. Texas? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Austin is a different animal.
Austin is a pretty awesome fucking spot. But I don't know. Somebody was saying it was getting kind of weird down there. But Austin's always been weird.
It has always been weird in Austin. Are you kidding me? That's the beauty of it.
Wait, I got a friend in San Antonio, and then I got a bunch of friends in I got a shitload of friends in Houston. So
I need to travel more. I've been stuck in this part of the country for fucking ever.
I mean,
yeah, I haven't really gone many places.
My bucket list states.
My bucket is as big as Chad's, but
is the only two states of America I have not been to so far are Alaska and Hawaii. I'd like to see Alaska just because it can be super beautiful up there, just from that perspective.
Man,
but
more.
I've been to the lower 48. I mean, dude, my list of countries is like 70 or 80, like places that I've been, at least.
Travel passport more. So I'm calling you right now.
That's awesome.
I used to. I don't know where that passport is, but I used to have a passport. It's fucking thicker than fuck, bro. And I had to get a.
I could see you every time you go through check it. They got to stand.
Bro, it was like the George Costanza wallet, you know. Fucking can't even hardly close it. Like, bro, it was a passport, man. Like.
Out there with you.
Oh, really? You gonna tease like that, Chris, bro? Really? Everybody come to the mountains, bro? For real, bro? But we out there, bro.
Yeah, Chris, I totally agree. Sorry.
No, we're just saying that West invited us to rip out there. So
he said Colorado is greater than Indiana. Dude, it doesn't take much better to be greater than Indiana, bro. Like, I honestly, I'm not like.
Come rip the Continental Divide. I mean, that's a pretty good slogan.
Just sounds like
right. Like it's a billboard for an FPV adventure.
Fuck.
Fucking rip NASCAR. Where you at it?
Hawaii is definitely on my list. I really want to hit Hawaii at some point. If I had to choose, I would go to Hawaii before I went to Alaska. Mainly, I just don't
blow up at any time.
I just don't care for the cold as much. Like the cold is just. I'm trying to get a little bit away from the cold. I don't really want to go visit places that are cold. I'd have to hit Alaska in the middle of summer.
But Colorado can be cold.
It can, yes, it can.
It gets
but
cold
not
there.
but it's not as bad as like Michigan, per se. Well, maybe up in the mountains. Yeah. It's all about elevation out there, though. Like out where Chris is at, he's lower, more towards Moab. I don't know how cold it gets in Grand Junction, but like
it's gotta get cold at least at night.
But it's more mid. It's more mid. You know, mid central. It's more mid than not
But
Texas.
Let me ask you a question though. How is the cold different from the coast? Like, how's the cold there compared to like the cold northern or coastal weather?
The coldest place I think I've ever been. Well,
I'm not saying how cold it is, but how is the climate differential? Then is it a dry cold? Is it a windy cold? Is it a moist
Cold is
cold?
cold. Fuck cold, man.
Cold is fucking cold. But
cold.
There's different types of cold.
Nice.
And they all suck.
I mean, they do suck, but some are more bearable than others. Like, you know, I mean, I've been stuck on a mountain, and it'll be like 20 degrees, and I'm like wearing barely nothing because the fucking sun is like, and you get hot.
yeah,
so
you're right. Mihaw's right though. You can dress for the cold, and you can definitely deal with that. Click for the top.
You said it snows a little enough. What's enough? An inch or 2, 3 feet?
It snows a little.
The
Just
beauty of it is dry.
He's saying dry cold there. Well, like the Midwest, like Indianapolis, like Indiana is terrible because it's flatter than fuck, and so everything just blows across the plains, bro. And it's just
you're in a valley. I was gonna say
But then New York has a special kind of cold because here it gets super fucking cold and it gets super windy, and I've talked about this before. And the subways radically changed with the outside temperature, so like and they kind of affect the overall city's temperature. So like as we go into fall and it starts to get cold out, the subways will stay hot for a while, and it will kind of keep New York. Yeah, it'll be crazy. You'll like bundle up, heavy winter coat, you know, go to the subway, have to strip because the subway's still 80, 90 degrees. Yeah, and then there's a point in the winter where then the subway starts cooling down and it gets really fucking cold. And then when it warms up in the spring, the subways will stay cold and they keep the overall temperature down. But in the middle of summer, when the subways are hot and the fucking city is hot, it's like an oven. But then in the winter, the subways get cold. No, the subways will get super cold. The city will be super cold, and then the wind will come through the buildings, and it just cuts through you, man. It's fucking. If you have a windy day in the city and it's cold, it's fucking cold.
It's windy, especially like if you're like in World Trade Center, because you're at the bottom of the floor, you're on sea level. You get this wind from the buildings because what happens? The buildings cause movement of shifting of air. So sometimes you be walking, and literally I've had this happen. Like you walking and it's cold. You can tell it's cold, but you hit a block and the wind pushes you. Before you pass the block, and it's just that one block is like that because of the shift.
That's why you always see trash umbrellas everywhere too.
Oh my god!
Fucking, you always see trash umbrellas. Yes.
I'll put it this way. I add out to what Chad said. I rode my bike one time. It was like 20-some degrees outside, but with the wind factor, it felt colder. Halfway through my ride, my derailleur froze. I had to literally swing my foot, kick my derailleur in order to be able to shift gears. I was able to shift gears for a while. That's how cold it gets here sometimes. Not all the
time. Motorcycles in the cold can suck for sure. The cold, I mean, but upper mid Canada in the dead of winter, that's -40. And that sucks.
Yeah, Minneapolis is the coldest place I've been, and that
Minneapolis is fucking cold.
Like on a Tuesday in fucking.
My buddy lives out there, and he was telling me one day he was like, yeah, it's like getting pretty warm today. I was like, oh, what's the temperature? He's like, oh, it's like -17. I was like, wait,
dude,
that's warm?
I did the Super Bowl out there. The Super Bowl out there, 2019, and. That was fucking brutal. In Minneapolis, though, they at least, and there's a lot of places in Canada too, but they actually build catwalks, enclosed catwalks between all the buildings. So, from my hotel, I could go up to the second floor, go across the catwalk, go into another building, go to another building, go to another. I could actually go almost all the way to the stadium without ever going outside. Minneapolis is like that, and so are some spots like in Canada and in Russia is cold as fuck too.
Oh, forget about it. What is it? In Siberia, they get to like -20, -40 Fahrenheit. It's like it gets so cold out there that people sell like meat in the streets and they don't have to worry about refrigerating shit because it's just.
I mean, you could do that shit in fucking
Skywalks.
Minneapolis, fucking
Really?
January, February.
It's funny that Chad mentioned that because when I used to be younger, one of my first jobs was being a messenger, and that's kind of why I'm used to being out here in the streets because I walked a lot, so I dealt with a lot of severity. I dealt with a lot of weather, but I remember I used to work down in Wall Street a lot. I used to make deliveries onto Wall Street, and for me to avoid the cold, I would literally walk into the World Trade Center and then use the World Trade Center's like gateway, like tunnels and shit like that. Because the World Trade had a bunch of tunnels that connect buildings, and I learned the path, and I was able to actually go from one building to another building without even going outside once. And then I would just jump on the train and go back to the office. That was it.
You know what really chips me out though, is like when it's summer here, it's winter in Australia.
Yeah, that does trip me out too.
And like South America and shit in Africa,
and
then
they're all drastically different and shit.
and like yeah, they're going into spring right now, while we go into fall.
No, you want to laugh? So obviously I have Spanish TV here, right? So that right
No way.
Obviously,
duh.
Like
So
he's
anyway,
a moderator.
I literally,
clearly he's a moderator.
Clearly, definitely. So I would hear the weather report, and they're talking about a weather front happening in the island. You know what a weather front, a cold winter front in the island is? When it's like 75, 80 at night. That's a cold front in the islands.
Oh, it's like Florida.
Like
70, they're all freaking out.
They're freaking out. They're like, "Oh my God, it's a cold front, blah blah." And I'm like, I went there one year when it's like cold in a winter.
Yeah, it's like 60 degrees. It's dead of winter.
No, that's too cold. But there's spots in the islands that actually go that low. But I remember once I went in the wintertime, and I'm like with the fan on, window open. I'm like this spread like a dog on the on the bed, and I wake up mid morning, because it was like 6 in the morning, something like that. And I walk by my guest's room, and the doors are open. These people are sleeping in quilts. And mind you, I'm like this, spread eagle, like a dead horse on the floor. People talking about it's cold. I'm like, that's them down there. So
looking at the topographical map that West Side sent me.
Yeah.
Fucking here.
Mountain ranges.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
This is out in here. He's somewhere out in here though, I think, right? Like this is Nevada. This was fucking is that Utah? And then Colorado right there. Is that right? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I failed geography. No, I didn't actually, but I just don't know. Probably an idiot. I know Nevada's over here. I know this is California, Oregon, and Washington, but fucking Dakotas are up in here.
Yeah, I remember that one time that I went to California. It actually was, you have to fly through that region, and obviously, and you're flying through that region for a few hours before you hit California, and you get to see the mountaintops. I was like, that looks beautiful.
Yeah, that is a cool map.
That is beautiful. Beautiful sight.
All right, we're gonna do game of quad at 11, so we're getting close to that.
It's like now. It's like 4 till.
Yeah, it's 4 2. You already mentioned it's 11 o'clock somewhere.
Is Yes I Playlist here yet? She comes.
Someone's
I wait
clock
for
is
her.
A little ahead.
That's what she said.
Now it's 10:57.
So what happened to my friend in San Antonio in Texas. He came.
Chris
to
says
Jersey.
he's in between the ranges. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hot
like,
right now. It's like 60 degrees here.
wait.
It's still hot, so.
So like here, I'm like between the ranges and in here, or right over here. So this is Moab, like right around here.
Well, isn't more a little more flat in some spots?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That looks, I think it would be out in this area, right? Isn't that Moab? And then I think Teal's, I know Teal's about an hour and a half away. It can't be the scale of some of those mountains are 500 miles tall.
500 miles, Jesus Christ. Shit, 500 miles.
Is that the wall to Mexico? That is, that lower thing.
Have a good night, brother.
Yeah, this is the wall.
Must be good.
Good night,
The
good
wall
night,
to
Neil.
Mexico. That's fucking hysterical. Good night, Mia. Well, Utah Mountains
West
and
side
Denver
said that's
Mountains.
Denver and Utah.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
The question is,
Right
are there
on.
moderators on that mountain?
Yeah, Chris Teal.
Oh, never mind.
Boom.
So yes, there's moderators there. We have moderators all around the country and the world.
I've been around the world, baby, and
Sing it, brother. Get it.
no, icing. It starts snowing out here.
Please.
To actual scale. Oh, that's funny.
They're 500 miles tall.
Oh, it's the fucking mountain is pegging the moon.
Pegging the man. That shit is eclipsing that bitch.
Let me see. What is the tallest? What is it tallest?
Hey. Yes,
Oh,
I
there
played
she
this
is.
this year. Let's
She's. I just was texting her on Facebook. I was like, "We're about to start it."
Hey.
She's like,
Hey.
she's gonna be like, she's like our "Hey, you guys" warning
Hey.
warning
Game
thing.
of quad.
Game of quad.
There she is.
And since she
So
just
what do we
got
got?
here, since she
Got
just
my
got
okra.
here, got my okra. You got any okra for the duck? Since she, again, we're postponing next week's show as it stands. Tentatively, we will not be streaming next week, for whoever just joined, and we'll follow up with more details to come. Thank you.
Also, as
You know
a
what?
reminder, guys, there's a 20% coupon code at Drone Code this week. I mean, to the end of the stream. So if you look at
This
jump in
week.
on some, I'm bugging out. It's the coffee.
Here, there we go.
What's the code
Color
again?
of 40 mountains, a peak about 14,000 feet.
I love them 14ers.
14 is only 14,000.
There's up on Pikes Peak. There's a really good brewery up there. It's called
yeah, guys.
Tommy Knocker Brewery.
You're a Tommy knocker.
Dude, I about fell down that entire road. Got way too hammered. Like I drank a flight, like just like 7 or 8 pours of like half, like 2 ounce, like 2.5 ounce pours, and like me and everybody over there, we each got a flight each, and they were like, I don't know if you want to do that, and we're like, whatever, dude. Give me more beer. Dude, I drank all that shit, dude. I stood up and I fell right over. Because it's like I was just not used to the altitude.
Right.
Oh yeah, that is true.
And I was like immediately like, oh shit, I'm shit face.
Yeah, I remember that one of my when I used to be into mountain biking, one of my bucket lists was
Stop. It's game of quad. I already did it. Time to go. I just love 608's comment. It said just never stop the stream so that way the code lasts forever.
We're going to go all night. Don't forget.
All right.
Give us 20. Drone codes.
8 hours
Get your discount until the show's over. We stay
That's
on for
fucking
the rest
funny.
of the year.
All right. The one and only Hawaiian Solo started set this week's trick. It's effectively a split S. Here we go.
No, it's a flip and roll.
It's a flip and roll, split S.
A flip and a roll.
A flip and a roll.
What's that? Flip and a roll.
Oh. So it's kind of not really a split S. But kind of a split S.
Kind of a split
It's like a roll into a split S, but it's kind of not a split.
He kind of Emmermans. He kind of Emmermans. Juan Solo. We're gonna butcher everybody's name. So we got City Fish, aka Shotcaller FPV. We got Risco, with aka The Risk.
It's fly fish, not Philly fish.
I read it as a Philly fish. It's not fly fish. It's drowning fish. There we go. West side is West
All
side.
right, so our first entrant tonight is the one and only Sparks. Here we go with our options. Sprax.
But
Hey, his scale's right.
Such a catchy tune.
I keep hearing it on TikTok. Drive me nuts.
.787 of an inch.
I had nothing to do with it. Or did I? Okay, now you're showing off. Just because I
Dab
can't
time.
do it. That time, just because I can't do a trapeze spin.
Sprax.
Who's this?
Boss life.
Oh, so everybody's showing off this week, aren't you guys, right? I can see that.
All right, good shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
.787 of an inch.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
That was a nice, pretty big one.
What is everybody showing off this week, bro? What the hell?
It's been a good season. It's been a good season for everybody.
No, but this week is like back to back. Everybody's teasing. I mean, they're doing the trick plus they're a little something.
Fly fish.
But everyone does every week.
I see that. Yeah, Mr. Flyfish. AKA
Oh, hey,
Fish.
if y'all didn't know, I'm a mod now.
Oh shit, guys! Just,
Glad
you
you
know,
reminded me.
That's so
No, I
weird
know.
that it keeps doing
you
that.
It's fucking annoying.
it's the YouTube moderators.
Where's it saying that at anyway?
Right over the chat.
Are you serious? We don't see it. You see it on your chat.
Yeah, it's just mod. That was nice.
You want me to turn it off and back on again?
I thought that's what you were doing just to fuck with me, to be honest with
I
you.
could. I mean, where are you? Say something in chat. I don't want to find you. All right, and then last but not least is Spagoose.
Oh, snap.
Artist Prime is now a moderator of your channel.
Fuck you.
Oh shit! He's a what? He's a moderator? Get out of here! Didn't see that coming.
Now I'm a moderator.
Oh shit! Raise your hand if you're a moderator. I'm the only one. Budget.
Stop the violence.
Stop the moderator.
Stop the moderators. Damn you, motherfucker. I know.
I agree with you, Risco. There's been a lot of too many close calls of these.
Hey guys, guess what?
What?
I'm a moderator.
Well, now I'm gonna do it just to fuck with you.
God sake.
God save the queen.
Oh, there's no goose at the end. Spagoose. How do you say it? Spagoose. Spagoo.
Spaghetti FPV is a moderator.
Is it a silent S?
Is it Spagoo?
Or is it
Spagoose. Spagoose.
It's a spagoose. Forget about
It's a spagoose. Yeah, you guys want some of tonight's spagoosey? It's how special.
How about some spagoose meatball? Hey, it's nice. The mind. Spaghetti.
Oh my god, spagoose.
All right.
You guys don't make anybody fucking choose.
Everybody did a good job today. Who's gonna take it?
Let's
So
see.
cool, bro. I don't know. I got like two of my main, but they're just rubbing it in. You know, it's like
Oh.
I could do the trick. Already's gone.
Artie's gone.
Back.
Oh, he's.
Oh shit! Scared the hell out of me.
And he's still a moderator.
Hey, guess what? I am a moderator.
All right. All right. So back to the top. Here's our poll options for the
There's
evening.
the moderator. mean, not too many.
Exclamation point, vote space, and the number of the choice. And here we go with Sprax.
This is fun.
Yeah. Fucking coffee's got me wired. I'm gonna crash like a bench out of hell later on. I got the meat to what's going on right now.
We got now boss life.
Boss. Jefe life.
El Jefe
El
life.
Jefe. Jefe life.
Look at that, sneaky through the tube.
Just piping it. He's got the hyper smooth on.
Boom.
0.7 millimeters. I don't know, man.
Hey, guess what, guys?
What?
I'm a moderator. I'm gonna kill you, Chad.
I don't know why. I didn't do that, I swear. I'll be honest, I did not do that.
YouTube be smoking some of that digital crack.
Every once in a while, YouTube goes crazy. Have you tried? Do you have the chat window popped out?
No, I don't.
Look, you can't.
Are you on live chat or top chat?
Live chat.
Fly fish.
That was awesome.
Bacalao fish.
Maybe try pop it out. Maybe see if it. I don't know.
That's what she said.
Pop and lock it.
Pop and lock.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Damn.
Because I'm a baller, shot caller. 20-inch blades on my impulse.
West side. East side. West side. The Bronx.
Whoa, dude! I didn't see that the first time.
That looked like Jiva he was about to hit.
I know, dude. He's like ducking cover.
Take his little son out. What the hell?
Yeah, there was a little pucker situation on that one.
A little bit?
Just a tad.
It's like I was doing flybys with a 10-inch. Spagoose! We're gonna fucking murder it. You know we murder everybody's names here, right? It's nothing personal.
Or
It's
is
just Chad.
I mean, Swift Ducks, Spagoose. I don't know. Kind of makes sense.
Quan?
Y'all are both
Avian.
Massachusettsans.
Assholes.
Massholes.
Is that what you call each other?
Wow.
That's what we all call each other everywhere out here.
Assholes.
Everyone calls each other that. That's what we are, we're massholes.
Wow.
The
First time I've heard
popper,
that.
My dad is scary when he goes around dronies. That was funny.
I mean, if you misbehave, he knows how to take care of that. He just runs a drone into your Jiva. Just saying.
So it's a silent S. It's Spagoo.
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 Silent S.
Silent S. What's the S for?
That's what Floridians call me. All right. Congratulations to all of our entrants this week. Y'all fucking killed it. We'll give it a few and let everybody get their votes in, and we'll fucking call it here in a few. All right. So
you guys did some good shit this week.
once again, check out that Shotcaller on sale to the end of the stream.
420 is the code. Get 20% off. We get some swag. You know, like I like the Get Squirt shirts. Get it?
Yeah, Drunko's got all the freshest shit. Go get it.
Yeah, they got some fresh swag while you're there. Yeah.
You got that logo.
Just go check it out. Just go to DroneProductions.com. Go check out all that swag because it's fire. Get you some stickers because they fire. Get some nice binding flies. Get some printed parts.
And all those juicy, you know.
Just got all the good shit on lock.
Got the Skittles colors going on everywhere.
So let's see. We'll run through
colors.
So confirmed new product is the Axis FPV HD BOX for digital video. Apparently they're working with the DigiView developers, and they've developed a standalone appliance. Basically, it's a box that's specifically meant to plug in your DJI goggles for streaming it out to a monitor or what have you.
Tips with DigiView.
Yeah. So my biggest question is how does it handle the handshake? Because traditionally,
that's where you get it wrong. It's a space dock.
It's a space dock. What's interesting is depending on what you get, if you get it with the touchscreen and all that, the pricing is between $130 all the way up to $455. You can get a cooling fan for it.
Oh shit!
Which I don't know why they don't that should just come with it. I think, but
but my question is, does it have Alexa or Google Home?
I mean, I don't know, but
I can tell the fan to come on and off. Then I'm in.
My question is so with DigiView, anyways, staying on topic, with DigiView, when you unplug or turn off your goggles or change your goggle batteries, you have to restart the application. It doesn't handshake nicely. At least it hasn't for me. I don't know if they've updated it recently, and I haven't checked it. I don't know if you tried it lately, Greg. But you've got USB 3, 2, you got a TF card, probably for recording DVR. You got a display port out over Type-C. You got a Type-C for the goggles input. You got a mini HDMI to go out to a monitor. And you got DC in for the power. And so what's cool is you can use a PD, which is dope. You could use a brick. You could use one of the better bricks with USB-C to run it, which is super awesome. So it's just an option for people that are looking for maybe something slightly more compact versus carrying like a laptop or
just plug and play,
or utilizing an Android tablet.
And it also has Betaflight configurator.
Yes, it does. Yeah. They have a contract with the developers. You can also plug in up to 8 pilots, and they can all automatically recognize it and set the channels for them. Set up the input signals for them. Which is
8 pilots.
Yeah.
How can you hook up 8 pilots? Where to one device?
No, you get a USB hub and you just connect into them and knock yourself out.
Really? It supports a hub?
Yeah. To a hub, it'll recognize the hub, and you plug in you can get like a what? I think it's like a 4 or 6. I think they come in 6 ports and 8 port configuration hubs.
I was gonna download the manual and check it out. I didn't have time.
I did.
But
it starts at 130, but 130 is not for the module. I think 130 is just for the monitor. So I think the module is like another 200 and change, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that yet.
Interesting.
I guess what guys?
Some pretty good.
The HD box. The HD box is $209. I don't even see where it's $130. HD box with the fans $245.
Yeah.
And then you jump right.
$30 is like the
monitor.
Yeah, it's the monitor.
The monitor. No, because the monitor maybe.
Yeah, that's what I read. So I forgot where I read that. It's like 130.
I saw it on that JB.
Maybe buy it separately. Okay. Well, that's pretty neat. So it's another option. I'm really curious. Like if the hub thing works and it works seamlessly, that's actually rad. Like I said, with my experience up to now with DigiView, hot plugging the goggles into DigiView always required you to restart the application, and that's actually why I loved the Wide FPV app so much, because it works perfectly. You just plug your goggles in, turn them on, and they show up. And then when you plug in your quad, you see video in Wide FPV. It's like as easy as it gets. I'm hoping to see DigiView get, into that same thing, and I'm hoping this is like that. And if this is like that, that's
Definitely
pretty cool.
Bog grinder. Dab it up.
Is it dab time yet? What up, Doug?
Every
Hot
time.
in the house.
It's always that time.
You guys heard about Drone Co?
Y'all heard about that Goon 420?
Goon 420.
Goon's 20, go get your discount.
So for anybody doing cinematography work, with a cine lifter or something, this could be a really good option if you're running digital on the lifter and you need to have a preview monitor for director, and or if you're doing races and there's a bunch of people on digital, it'd be cool to get spectator views happening. I think it's pretty neat. I mean, I didn't know about the hub thing. I have to confirm that. I haven't read about it, so I'll have to check that out. But it's a pretty interesting thing. What do you guys think about that OSMO Action 2 leak? What are you guys thinking about that? Y'all seen that shit? The Osmo 2 alleged leak?
I'm hoping that it really
I mean,
session size.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I just wanted to say.
Well, you guys have all seen the render, right? Of it compared to.
When I see it, but I really would like to have something a little bit lighter than a GoPro 9 that would at least get close to the quality of it,
Correct. But it's modular based. They're stating that it's like an hour on a full charge without the external modules. So they're kind of not poking at GoPro, more like on Insta360 is what they're shooting for. The images that are floating around there are rendered. People get this misconfusion. That's the actual footage. It's not. It's 100% rendered. But I've come across a couple of the YouTubers out there, and they're saying, "Oh, it's the actual thing." And I'm like, "No, it's a fucking render."
Happy birthday, Bashers United!
Happy birthday
in the chat. Happy birthday! I mean, I think the from the renders and from the specs in the manual and stuff, it looks to be about half the depth of a session, and but about the same form factor in terms of the rectangle. But it looks about.
Taller. I've heard it's modular. Is that
I've heard that you can add a battery
like
and all.
Unit.
And there's a screen unit,
but you're going to be able to function the camera unit.
So this is the page with the leak. I'll put the. Let's see, Osmo 2 leak. This is Drone Sumo over in the UK. But this is what we're talking about. It's the DJI Osmo. Be interesting if it can, even hold a candle to a session, or if it gets anywhere close to decent 4K as compared to like your Hero 8, 9, 10 and such.
My only rant about it is people have a certain perspective or a certain look they're looking out of a camera, which GoPro offers, where it wants a super view. Now, would they'll do it? My prediction is no. Would they get close to it? Maybe, but it's not gonna be the same. Now,
I said something like 155 degree field of view.
Well, all right. I mean, let's talk about something though. Like them, love them or hate them, DJI's got good sensor tech.
They do.
If anybody could compete with GoPro on sensor tech, it's definitely DJI. I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
The video modes, you get 4K up to 60 FPS. You can do 16:9 up to 120. You've got all sorts of fucking.
It will be fragile.
Yeah, that glass is right there.
Yeah.
You could do 240 at 1080 and 120 at 2.7K. It's going to have their Rocksteady 2.0 electronic stabilization. We'll see how that competes with Hypersmooth. It's waterproof up to 10 meters.
But that's with the case in that case, we don't know.
Oh, yeah, and it's stackable with the screen module thing here, and you can supply power externally.
You can fucking supply power externally.
It weighs it weighs. This is important. It weighs 64 grams.
Boom.
That's fucking. That's
insane.
pretty. It's got 5.1, 5.8, and 2.4 Wi-Fi on it. It looks like. It looks like there's 3 frequencies of Wi-Fi.
What, 2.5, 5.8?
If it can hit the durability mark and have good fucking image as a freestyler.
I don't know, man.
I mean, what do you think, Chris Teal?
Well,
you think it's gonna compete?
Price is gonna be, to be honest with you, because I think if it's close to like 250, which I don't think it will be, but if it was, I think it would kill it. If it's 300 or 400, which I imagine it will be.
I mean, but always the DJI with the Osmo first came out, it was still not more expensive. It was cheaper than buying a GoPro at the time, but it just fell under the radar because
it had its little fucking gimbal, didn't it? Didn't it have its like own little gimbal on the original?
There's two versions of it. You had the gimbal one, and you had the action camera.
Oh,
the
gotcha.
Action camera was good. The only problem with the action camera, a lot of people didn't jump on it, but DJI kind of solved the issue down the line quietly because nobody realized it. Is that it had overheating issues. So just on that premise alone, people's like, screw that, I'll go with a GoPro. Besides,
looks like you can get
people's arguments with the Super View. But they fixed the issue before, so it's not a big thing right now. Honestly,
well, I think the price is going to be the issue there. I mean, because people that are on the fence with GoPro or DJI, if they want to shoot like the best they can, like me, I'm still going to GoPro because even though it's heavier. But if it's close in price, I'd rather have the best image possible.
This is a picture of the
for my freestyle fucking flippy floppy runs.
It's got 155 degrees on the lens. I am concerned about the lens. I think as everybody is. It'd be interesting to see what kind of lens protection or the such. I mean, obviously though, at 67 grams, you can slather it in TPU and put an ND put an ND filter in front of it to help protect the lens. Which is, I run ND filters, like I'll run ND2s that aren't really doing anything, just to keep glass in front of my lens. And I've never broken a GoPro lens, so I've smashed the fuck out of some ND.
Never broken a GoPro lens.
Not one.
Jesus Christ! Well. I've broke a fuck ton of them.
Oh, me too.
I have met opposite.
Well, you know what I do?
Doesn't matter if I put fucking 2 of them in front of them.
I run the tempered glass on the actual GoPro, and then I always keep ND in front every time. And the ND's got a little bit of like, it's not directly touching the glass, so it's locked in the TPU, set in front of it. You know what I mean? It's like just in front of the glass, but there's probably like.
Word.
A hair of a millimeter or so.
Said, don't fall for DJI's bullshit and don't sleep on
get a
Yee-Cam. Don't sleep on that Yee-Cam, fellas.
People slept on those.
They're coming for GoPro.
Nah,
dude, the Yee-Cam fucking blow dicks, dude. Come on. At least the last
the last HD
2 that they had come out were kind of bad. It's just hyper sharpened.
Yes.
Super processed looking. Like
it does
fix that. I'm just waiting for them to clone the GoPro sensor.
They can, bro, because
that's what I'm saying. I don't know why nobody has.
This one.
I mean, that was
this
a good
one.
Camera for its time. It's just very fragile.
This has.
You can look at it breaks. You could squeeze it and then fuck it, you hear creaking. It's a very fragile camera, but the image processor is actually pretty good. Now, here's the catch with that camera though is, if you're on a budget and you get that camera, you have to unlock it. It's locked from the fact when you unlock it, they have like their fake super
wow,
and it takes away that sharpness.
The fucking Spagoo said he's broken 3 Hero 10 fronts in a week.
Well, look at Cricket's video. Cricket broke a sprint already.
I mean, it's still a GoPro, fellas. It's still built.
Hey man, I'll rock a Yee-Cam. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. No, what's really going to be interesting about the Osmo 2, honestly, is what's the codec.
Yeah, I know you were, dude.
You can,
we love you.
Can, what's the codec that this Osmo is going to shoot at? Like, what is that's really the. Can you shoot a flat profile like GoPro so you can color it yourself, or?
They did have a flat profile.
But it's just 2 different images. Like I believe that a lot of the DJI cameras look a little more contrasty, even in the flat profile. So if you're not into that, and it's a little bit tad.
So it's H64 H264 HVAC HEVC.
I thought it did both H265 and 64.
That's not what they're listing. They're only listing MP4, H264, and then HEVC. You know what? You know, and as much as I dislike DJI as a company, but like which actually we're going to lead into the Mavic 3 manual got leaked allegedly, and there's going to be 3 versions of the Mavic 3 for the AP guys, for those that care. The high-end one comes with a smart controller, and yeah, you think you can get a ProRes license for it, so you can actually work with a professional codec. I just want to see somebody drop a fucking cam that, even if I had to shoot ProRes, I'd be okay with that. You know what I mean? At least it's a good enough. You know, I would really love to see somebody run. If I had an action cam that shot Blackmagic Raw, it'd be wrapped. There'd be no decision.
All right, I got you. So you get a GoPro, right? Then you get a Voodoo Priest to put some Blackmagic Mumbo Jumbo. Boom, done deal, sold.
And then you get your decoder ring.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
It'll work.
Voodoo Priest. So we got
Please
Mavic. The Mavic 3 manual got leaked. I don't know if we need to really say anything else about the Osmo 2. I mean, it's an interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that it does a thing, but it probably won't.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
Cameras, do they? Do the pictures.
What?
Doesn't Hasselblad does video now? I don't remember. I just remember the camera.
Hasselblad?
Yeah, Hasselblad.
What do you say?
I don't know. It was like the decoder ring. Where's my decoder ring? Fucking I'm gonna fucking.
Wait. Let me put mine on.
Yeah.
Eat more Ovaltine. Drink more Ovaltine. Anyways, I don't know. Hasselblad has always been known for large format still cameras predominantly. I mean, I don't know of a video body.
I don't think so. I think just do pictures only.
Well, I mean, they do the sensor. Is it the sensor or just the lens on the Mavic Pro?
So what?
Because that's a Hasselblad.
Oh, that's just part of the lens. It's just the lens. It's not fucking processor. Fuck that.
I thought DJI's glass was Zeiss. Is it not? They have a Hasselblad lens.
Not the Pro 2.
Oh.
But I don't know.
Hasselblad. To what Jesus Christ. To what Bach Reiner's saying is Magic Lantern, which is a fucking awesome
that would be
utility for Canon cameras. I ran it on my T3i for years. I got it on my 5D. The cool thing about that is it lets you shoot a raw format, and that's if you've got the media to keep up with the frame rate and the fucking data, bandwidth, you can shoot. The 5D Mark II was one of the largest. It's kind of like how Blackmagic is today with young independent filmmakers. The 5D Mark II with Magic Lantern, every young cinematographer out there was running that shit. Like that. Well, that's what brought quality cinematography. It made it more.
Have a good evening, brother.
More readily available. More accessible is the word I'm trying to use. Magic Lantern firmware for Canon made filmmaking accessible to poor people, basically. You know what I mean? It made it accessible to a much wider base.
Where's the footage, or it's not happening? Let's see that EOSM footage.
Well, what's up with that, bro? Rock it on. Now, actually, there was the show house. I think it was the show house, all filmed with a Canon camera.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that was shot on Canon. But now when Blackmagic released the 4K at $1,300, it was a no-brainer because a 5D is $22 to $3 grand.
Like anybody doing any kind of shit that I see that's out live is rocking a 6K. Is the Blackmagic 6K? That's
6K's because when the Blackmagic 4K came out, it was $2 grand. And then they dropped the price to $1,300 when they brought out the 6K, like shortly before they brought out the 6K, and that was only $2 grand. And now the 6K Pro is $2,500. I mean, it was just really accessible.
Did they ever fix that issue with the overheating in that 6K, the new one?
I wasn't even aware of a 6K overheating issue.
There's like some.
I saw that a lot on the Canon, but not the 6K.
No, this was the new 6K. But of course, this was like right when it came out. maybe it wasn't overheating.
The
maybe
biggest problem I saw,
issues.
the biggest problem I saw with the 6K Pro when it came out was the color temperature. The monitor was wrong, and then they released a firmware to let you calibrate it. But that was probably the #1 complaint of the 6K when I saw it come out was the color temp. So like when you were trying to do your white balancing, but I don't really recall much. I've ran mine fucking in blazing hot sun for a good amount of time. I've never had any sort of overheating, but mine's the regular 6K, so I don't know. I haven't.
Again, I may be speaking out of the left side of my mouth, but
Canon's that new Canon camera had major overheating problems. That was all over the place. But so I know nobody here really. Well, I can't say that. I know a lot of people. A lot of people aren't super into DJI or AP drones, but if you are interested, there is, and you haven't seen it for whatever reason, there is a manual leak for the Mavic 3 that basically shows the three versions that are coming out. There's gonna be like a base model with a shitty controller. There's gonna be a Flymore combo with a shitty controller, and then the top end version is gonna be like $2,500 with an optional. You can get an optional ProRes license, and that comes with a smart controller. If you're into AP stuff or you're doing any kind of AP or survey, or to me it looks actually like a really pretty cool little platform for that kind of work. I'm not super into DJI tech, but it's what it is. If you need something like that, it might be worth checking out. So the Mavic 3 is worth mentioning. Other news. What about the Caddx Peanut? Anybody check that out?
I like it. I like the fact that it's actually a little bit thicker. They tailored design, because one of the biggest flaws, I have it Instago myself, one of the biggest flaws with the hardware itself was the button. You could push anywhere on the body and the thing will start recording for no fucking reason. So I like the fact that it actually has a physical button in it, and it's physically a little bit stronger. The image quality is about the same as Instago 2. It's neck to neck. It's I think $60 cheaper than a regular Instago 2, and it comes with more accessories. I like it.
Oh yeah, Bob Grinder's saying that Autel's got a couple things coming out, including a Mavic Air competitor. That'll be interesting to see. I like their the footage I've seen from I think it's a 6K. The Autel something or other. It's like a Mavic.
20mm Rain is this week's winner for Game of Quad. 0.787 of an inch. winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, 12 mil.
Congrats, bro.
Congratulations, guys. Congrats on the winner.
Speaking it, he thinks, I think the Caddx Peanut is the shit. Cheaper, seems to be tougher, and weight looks good. And he's all right.
Yeah, it's got a built-in back on it. It does RAW as well. It doesn't do 4K. I think it caps out at 2K.
Oh shit!
DJ just ordered a Shotcaller.
Whoop whoop! Shout out Drunko. Go get yours before the show ends and get that 20% off. Goons 420.
I agree with you. My friend was the same way too. He got a DJI Mavic, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna get into fucking FPV. That's just too expensive. That's boring." That's what he said. This is exact words. His wife got a Mavic 2 Pro, and now that Mavic Pro is sitting in his closet collecting dust.
Started with a Parrot Bebop.
Here is the Caddx Peanut. It's got a magnetic charger.
It's got a magnetic charger. It does 2 to 4S. It has a case on it. What else it comes with it? It comes with all the wiring. Comes with extra little wires here, so you can map it to your flight controller. Or battery directives up to 4S.
There's your back.
Adapters. It comes with adapters.
What is this? Like a little.
Well, that little adapter, what it does is when you got the back connected, you magnetically just slap on the back of the camera, and you always have batteries. Now, don't be afraid that thing comes off, because in a crash that might just pop out because of magnetically. But because you have an internal battery on it, it's just there to keep it charging. It does over, I think, an hour on a full charge, which is more than enough for most people out there.
It says 30 minutes recording in FPV mode.
It's 30 minutes of recording. That's the whole memory, and has like an hour of battery life if you keep it running.
Remember, it was 5 minutes on the other one?
Yeah, 5 minutes was the on the first one. Is correct.
Does 1080, 120, 28.7 grams, magnetic charging, 30 minutes record time with flow state in FPV mode. You can connect to the flight controller, power supply, and stop recording via UART.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. You could just assign your arm switch to it.
It's the Insta360 platform because flow state isn't that Insta360?
Yeah.
And the cool thing about the flow state, which I kind of enjoy it, is that it's on the file itself.
Yeah, it's post.
They got ND filters.
It's all post.
Well, that's the thing I fucking wish GoPro would do, to be honest, man.
Me too.
You know, if you could just hyper smooth or whatever in post, that would be fucking rad. So that way you just, you know, when you need it, you turn it on. When you don't need it. Like I generally.
Yeah, it's why you never fuck up and accidentally turn it on or turn it off when you don't need to.
One of the cool things I like about Instago in general, and I'm just not, categorizing the peanut example, with the 360 and so forth, is that you can, I say lock in your target. So even if you're recording, even with the 180, that you get with it, and if you're following something that's a little off camera, off the screen, you can actually move it in post and lock in your subject. So with the 360, you could keep your subject in full frame through the whole entire footage, which is a cool thing. GoPro hasn't done shit like that at all, period. And that's kind of the biggest seller for me as far as the go is. Now, as far as the image is concerned, it falls in the same category as DJI, a little over sharpening, and even in the raw format, it's a little bit finicky to edit because I mess with it. It's very hard to get the color to work right on.
Well,
because
I will tell you,
post.
I don't dislike the Insta360 Go Studio app, especially like I use it for my GoPro Fusion footage. I actually do my like whether or not I'm going, like when I'm going to like doing like tiny planet stuff and back, like I do all my keyframing and I stitch everything in the Fusion app and then I export it into Insta360 Studio and I do all my keyframing for my 360 footage there, and it's fucking stupid easy to use.
It's stupid easy. It's very like straightforward. It's like there's no, you do a lot of editing software. It's got a lot of like plugins and adapters here. The Instago software is pretty much, this is what you're gonna do. You get A or B. That's it.
Super easy. Like with 360 footage, like he was saying, you can target your fucking what your subject is. You can lock that in. You can instantly keyframe and go from a standard frame to a tiny planet and back again. Like when I did the bot grinder challenge with the Yoda alien abduction video, that's what I used to do that stuff, and it was super easy, and then I just threw it in Resolve for everything else. But once I rendered it out, and it worked really good. I didn't have any major like quality loss or anything like that. It looked good. Nice. I
like that that company makes changes to the camera
have a good night
for us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I think in general like the Peanut and the Instagos are, well, not the Peanut, the Instago 2 is more for the toothpicks, so forth, some center wolfing and stuff for that. But for the regular consumer, it's a great little camera to be on vacation in that respect. And with the new one, you get 30 minutes versus 5 minutes on the FPV mode. But I like the fact, like what Greg's saying, they do cater to us and they do listen, and they're always updating, their software and the price.
Well, I mean, and that's why I was really excited to see Caddx get involved with the DJI FPV stuff, just because Caddx is a cool company,
they care about us, So
Caddx is definitely they're an FPV company, I think, as a priority, and that's, for them to take over the DJI stuff was, I think, a good thing in a big way, because
Caddx is the supreme of FPV. They're gonna release, GemFam is gonna release a prop. You know what? Caddx is a collaboration. Never know, Caddx will do a collaboration.
It's not waterproof because of the button.
I mean, the Rattel was nice. That's all I can say. I mean, it was all right.
Was or is? Because
I mean, I don't really use it because
I'm still rocking
run cam.
I'm a Ratel fan.
I'm running a Ratel on my.
I don't like it as much as the Phoenix or the Eagle.
I think I have Ratel on my on my 10-inch Bando. I was always a run cam guy too for the longest time, but Chris Steele taught, like I've got my Cinerat, I've got Foxeer, both my Cinewhoops I've got Foxeers. Thanks.
Which ones? Predators.
Yeah, the Pred 4s, I think.
I had a Pred 1 and
Pred 1s were terrible. I hated them. I hated
that.
From Predator
sunlight.
From 4 on, they're good. Like I like them. I think they look really good.
For me, for the Foxeers, it would have to be probably like the Toothless or the old Falcor, those, or the Razor on the low budget.
I haven't used the Pred 5, but I can tell you the Predator 4 is, With run cam, you had the whiteout issue. With the Ratels, you had a blackout issue, and with the Foxeer is the one camera I do not have any issue with going with transition.
I mean, I just turned the gain down on my Phoenixes and Eagles, and I don't have any white flash.
It's important. Well, in the daytime, yeah, but then as you hit golden hour and stuff, you're constantly going into camera control and having to turn it back up, like especially when it gets dark. The beautiful thing about an Eagle was
if it gets dark.
I never had that issue with Predators. I always could just
with Predators,
let them do what they want, and
I've never seen
the 4s, the 5s, and I've used the T-Rex, and
I'll tell you this much
with
though.
any of that with them.
From my personal experiences, this is my opinion only. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but from my personal experiences, when you got I'm not too much of the Predator because I just didn't like the Predator series. But anything like the Toothless, the Falcor base series on it, something to do with Fusion on it. Fusion does not like Foxeer cameras. I thought it was just me, and I updated it, and I was like, screw this, and that's what.
No, I don't have that problem. I don't have that.
Mind you, this from self-experience. Right, so I had a friend of mine's flight.
20 mil. Have a good night, bro.
He had a
congratulations, 20 mil.
I was watching him, as he was flying. His image looked a little darker than normal. All right, I know it was a Foxeer, whatever the case may be. I was because my goggles record DVR. It's just the way it is. I have it set up that way automatically. So I'm recording. I went to look back at his footage. All his footage was black and white on my DVR. Everything about it was black and white. I don't get it. But when I was watching it completely, it was in color, a little darker than normal. What got me to switch over from Foxeer series over to the Ratel is because what happened to me in COD. You was there, Chad, too. I was flying it in your spot, and I was trying to
whose spot? My spot? You in my spot?
No, our Chad's spot in Brooklyn.
Chiller's Perch.
I was trying to do a split S through a tree, and there was sun involved.
I know how to fucking do a split S. As soon as
I could just fucking do a split S. I went over the tree and right to the fucking ground in one heartbeat. Why? Because the camera cannot switch between the bright to dark transitions quick enough. That was strike 1. Strike 2 was...
What Predator was this, though? Because everything before 4 was garbage, in my opinion. I mean, if you're talking about anything before 4, I totally agree. I wouldn't use them. I didn't like any Foxeer camera I tried up until the Predator 4. I was...
Don't get me wrong.
Experience with all of them, so...
And with the Predator 4, I've had none of that. Nothing. And I'm running Fusion as well.
Yeah, I mean, granted, the images of Foxeer, I still have I love them. I think they look better than my current camera, the Ratel, as far as image is concerned. Color profile, better than the Ratel. But my argument always to the people with my Ratel, I see everything. Absolutely.
I think I had an Eagle on my 10-inch Slim Nasty until I switched it to digital, and then my Bandolero's got a Ratel on it. And generally speaking, I've had a couple times where I booted up that Ratel and it was just wacky. Like I had to go in and reset the whole camera because it just was all wacky. Yeah, and then, like I said, I've had blackout issues in fast lighting transition situations on the Ratel versus the Eagle, which I had. As to what Artie said, until I turned the gain down to 1 and like turned a bunch of shit down, I would get major whiteout issues with that. The thing I always used to love about an Eagle, when you could just leave it alone and not worry about that shit, like the older Eagles, like I could be flying broad daylight all the way into like an hour past sundown almost, and it would go to black and white mode, and I could still see in the dark. It was fucking rad, you know. My complaint about a micro stutter on digital, the white or blackout flashes are the same thing in analog. It just makes your ass pucker, especially in some situations. You know, like I prefer not to deal with either of those issues if I could. But to what Artie's saying, that's why every quad I build on analog has camera control. Because of what Artie said, you got to turn it down in the day, and then when you get at night, you got to turn it back up.
Control, I didn't mind it at all. Like, because if I went too late, which was not normal, like I don't normally go super late. If I do, I'm doing it in a well-lit area, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
I did I mean, I set up my own settings. Like, none of my cameras are stock from factory.
But once camera controls clutch for that.
That's the key for sure.
But what I do is, my trick is I bring up the brightness to a certain point, almost washing out. But
I have a gas station CCT camera.
And what I do is I lower the contrast and the brightness on my goggles. So when it comes to evening or night, I just bring up the contrast of the brightness on my goggles, and it balances itself out. You know, that's how I solved that issue with camera control. But one thing I noticed with Ratel is, or any camera, like I tell everybody that buys a camera, all cameras are set to a focal point. And here's a pro tip. That's all everybody guys if you find analog. Every camera you buy is set to a certain focal length, certain distance from the factory. It could be whatever they use, whatever to do it. I always recommend people to adjust your camera focal point to how you perceive distance when you're flying, right? Once you do that, what I did and I recommend people to do is, once you set that up, your image is going to get sharper. So what you do is you lower back down your sharpness. Like on my Ratels, my sharpness is like a 2, which is.
I just focus. I print a little chart. And I focus into infinity. The nice thing about the chart is, in the center, you can see the blurriness grow and shrink as you're focusing. So I would just set the chart across the house basically, and I'd grab my camera or grab my quad, and I would focus it until that was as sharp as it could possibly be, and then I'd lock it down.
I see there's a sign across the street from my house, and it has a big sign and a smaller sign. So I usually focus at that point, which is maybe good 50 feet away for all I know. And I try to get it like Chad does, get as focused as you possibly can. And then I go into the menu and I lower the sharpness on it. And that's how I rock it half the time on, and everything looks crispy clean. I see pretty much everything. Like I even
this is the chart I use.
I hate that. That gives me a headache.
It's actually really fucking good. This one right here.
It's like the Hypnotoad.
It is like a Hypnotoad. Oh, thought I saw something about Yeah. It is. It's a.
I just take it out of the box.
It is hard to look at. It is. It is hard to look at, but it fucking works. It works wonders for focus.
Fucks up my point of. Yeah. No, not tamalitos. Tamalitos come with
a can of Spanish corn.
Spanish corn.
All right. So yeah, peanut. So the other thing that's worth mentioning today, really quickly. Obviously, none of us have gotten one to try yet, but Foxeer just dropped. Foxeer just announced a new HD camera. They're gonna have a version for both SharkBite and for DJI. It's only 60 FPS, but it looks fucking good. It really looks good, and for and what's cool, and I mean this is what I'm really excited is the fact that now you're seeing another option for SharkBite finally hitting that actually looks worth a fuck. So now SharkBite's last obstacle is a high power VTX.
Rumors it's coming.
I mean, so you have the DigiSight has their camera now, which all the footage I've seen for that for SharkBite looks fucking killer.
It does look
and then
you know what the hurdle is though and it's going to be an argument right now is if you guys look at the Fat Shark system, the actual VTX, it's pretty big. Anybody complains about being smaller. the biggest hurdle that factories got to HD0's chipset is to make it smaller, which require either making a chip smaller or squeezing in, which requires even more ICs or taking stuff out to make it a smaller form factor.
Well, I mean, even if it's the size of an air unit, everybody's been dealing with that. So I mean, let's be real. If they can drop a VTX that's actually gonna put some power out there, give you some penetration. Or that's what she said. Exactly. That's it. Doesn't like people are gonna overlook the size factor. I think initially until they can. Yeah, I think
your limits are air unit. If it's smaller than an air unit, it's in. Right?
It's in. They can make it slightly smaller and double stack it.
I mean, just make it the same damn size.
That's how the original.
It's gonna get smaller. It's just how
the 600 milliwatt VTX was a double stack. So I mean,
that's because if you look at the chipset, they're using 2 chips, as in those chipsets into.
But yeah, the HD0 camera is a big step up. This new Foxeer is a big step up. And like I said, in my opinion, I feel that the only thing at this point is they get a good VTX, strong, solid VTX out there, man. I think SharkBite is finally gonna be in the ballpark. You've got the Caddx. The Caddx version of the air unit is the only way to get 120 FPS camera right now for DJI, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm saying the Caddx air unit is the only way to get the 120 FPS DJI style camera, right? Currently, so right now for DJI users, we're all kind of fucked. Like we have the,
but even the Foxeer one's coming out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's how many frames do you really need? The refresh rate is not the frame rate. The screens are refreshing fast, but 60's fine. Let's be honest. Like, I mean, I think the real problem with, like the Polar and shit is the 16:9, which I think the Foxeer might. I don't know. Did you catch that? Could it do 4:3?
No, it's 16:9. They say.
Yeah, it's 16:9.
So that's the big down. That's the big. What's up, demons?
What up, demon?
G'day. Fucking Asylum's over by him now. I saw Asylum just moved out by him. He's gonna have some more people to fly with down there. Down under. Down under.
Out of speak.
Yeah.
Y'all heading in spring?
Y'all heading in the spring, yeah.
That's just so weird, man. Christmas time for them is hot. I get it.
608 says, I don't think I ever used the 120 mode for DJI.
Yeah, I mean, no, it is. But like what Barbara mentioned it too, though, and I'm gonna put it out there. People need to understand that the Fat Shark system, digital system, it's not competing with DJI. What they're looking to do, the end game is, it's supposed to be analog version 2.0. Pretty much what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to replace it. It's not supposed to be better.
What I want to know right now, if anybody's used SharkBite, is how's the signal reacquire when you lose signal? How quickly does it come back? Because that's the biggest downside to the DJI digital system I see right now, and I'm hoping to see it gets better. But as we've talked about, I don't want to beat that conversation into the fucking ground any further. Having said that, I am curious about SharkBite's signal reacquire. Because it does feel much more analog than digital, but like I said, the biggest problem with SharkBite was their camera sucked and their transmitter sucked. Like, I mean, but even through firmware, they've made those transmitters work a lot better. They're getting way cleaner, and now that they're actually getting some solid camera options. And that was my biggest fear when DJI was originally going to lock down third-party cameras. I was like, that's going to stifle innovation. But if people are making cameras, like now you got Foxeer is making a camera model for both, that is going to create, that's going to create an opportunity for somebody to come up with a 120 FPS camera for both systems. They don't have to completely redo all their R&D, you know what I mean? And now so that is going to lend itself to SharkBite being on par inevitably.
And you're right about that, because like, you know, adding to what you're saying is that when I remember when Caddx and, you know, DJI saying, oh, we're gonna lock it out, the community is like, yeah, fuck you, DJI. But now they say, you know what, we're good. And you see Foxeer releasing a camera, Run Cam releasing a camera. Where is the community going? Fuck yeah. And honestly, it's in their favor, because people are gonna buy, you know, DJI product into the DJI ecosystem. So it's a win-win. Look what's happening right now. All this stuff is happening, so it's gonna bring up their prices more. Maybe, just saying, just gonna throw it out there. Maybe if enough competition between the companies, you know, talk about like Runcan and Foxeer battling between each other, maybe the prices drop. Maybe we might see a $50 air unit.
Imagine that. It's just good. I can't wait.
Eventually get to that for sure, though.
Hopefully, you know, they need
I just can't wait to see more options and see stock.
That's just where it's heading, right? Like eventually analog will be the thing of the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except
and HD will be king.
I think
it will be affordable, it will be attainable, and it will be good.
I think though it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while now. Like that was the one point about the Mavic 3. It's a digital video link, although it's not quite as low latency as, you know, the FPV system, but it has a 10-mile range. That's for their link for the Mavic 3. So the one area analog will remain king for a long time is range. Overall range, you know what I mean? Because DJI is limited to eight clicks, right? And so, you know, like I said, I've mentioned Dane Martin a few times. He's one of the few people I'm seeing really, really push digital to the extreme in the long range arena. And, you know, he still flies the analog quads as well, because 1.3 goes farther. He's like, I'm tired of turning around. You know what I mean? Like, I've got battery, but I can't go any further on digital. And so I think that's going to be the one last holdout, if you will, for analog systems once we get more digital players, because there's no question, like
for the
the niche,
you know, the 100 guys that fly over 10 miles.
Yeah, exactly. I think for your average park flyer, or freestyle, bando pilot, racer, whatever, digital's definitely gonna overtake analog, and you know, it's what it is.
I would argue it's heading in that direction already. Like it's already get closer to that than.
Now, 608, the absolute limit of DJI FPV is 8.3 clicks, I think. Ask Dane Martin. He would give you the definitive answer.
Dane Martin.
I mean, the guy's, I've played some of his some footage of him. He's running 4 helicals. 4, I think, 12-turn helicals. So they're like... You ever see that one guy in Star Wars that has the stalk eyes? Like, that's what it looks like. It's got fucking... He's got... Yeah, in the cantina. He's got 4 fucking massive helicals coming off the front of his DJI rig to push 8.3 clicks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, again, like, that would be the guy to talk to, because he's pushing it further than anybody I've seen.
Well, 608 asks a question. I mean, no, Spagoose asks a question, which I said in the chat, but I'm answered again on the live chat. I mean, you gotta look at technology. We technically get the scrap of the industry, you know, because we're technically at the bottom of the
Skyfire.
So look at I tell people, look at the example of your cell phones. You know, just look at your cameras, and you got all, like, example. Let's say that let's pick the iPhone 13. You know, it's got optical stabilization, it's got digital stabilization. You're doing 4K up to 5K. You know, you got all these things, and the quality of the images look fantastic. You know, will we get that? Absolutely. Just it's gonna take a while, because remember, as chipsets get newer, the old ones get cheaper because they're mass produced, and then it trickles down. That's everything happens in the industry. It trickles down. So I will say the military gets the good shit, and then everybody else just gets, you know, the butt gets out of it. So, you know, that being said, it will happen eventually. Would it happen this year? No. Would it happen next year? No. In 2 or 3 years, we'll get 4K DVR. You know,
DJI's
5K resolution.
Just so you know, DJI's actual user manual says 6 miles of range.
In ideal conditions. You gotta say in quotation.
Now, Lightbridge and their other links go further for sure. But like I said, from what Dane's saying, he's saying about 8 clicks. DJI says 10 clicks. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. Bottom line is analog can still go farther. You can go way fucking farther with analog. I mean, that's just is what it is. Like I said, for the niche long range guys, I think you'll see those guys stick to analog for their super long range and wings and shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi
Stop, what is real?
for FPV is not the way of the future. Remember,
What
Wi-Fi in his raw format is still very short range. This is the
That's why we have Crossfire.
Exactly. If you think about your cell phone, I'm just gonna throw it out there again. Cell phones. No cell phone uses Wi-Fi. They're still using, analog topography for radio transmission. It's just that is over amplified and there's a digital signal in analog. So you gotta remember this: Wi-Fi is made for short range compared to a dedicated radio transmitter, which are based on cell phones, TVs, radios, etc.
Well, that's why long range guys are, like Dane and those guys are running 1.3.
Yeah,
that's
they're
not
you
sub.
Need that raw radio data. Now,
but you only have a couple bands on 1.3. You don't have near the bandwidth and availability. But that's enough. I think we've covered this so many times. I don't want to beat a dead horse, man. I think that it's like I said. My ultimate point I was trying to make was it's awesome to see spillover from DJI Digital into Sharkbite Digital. I think that is awesome, and I think that's a good thing for both camps. So and as I go, I will be moving. I'm going to be building some more machines on digital, but yes, I agree. I don't think there's any other news. Anybody else?
Let's get to videos.
All right, it's dab time.
Videos, dab time, P time.
PP time.
Who we got first?
Who's up? Who's on
first? I don't know.
Risco.
That's what I said. Who's that guy? I don't know that guy, Risco.
Go get your ride to Risco. Dope.
Slap on some mail and some toast on it though.
I'll take a look at that later. 608, thank you. All right, so it starts saying one guy got to 13.3 kilometers in optimal conditions. That's cool. Like I said, DJI's manual says 10 clicks, so I'm sure with better antennas and stuff, you might be able to push it a bit. And maybe their specs are based on the non-hacked lower wattage. That's what I'm thinking. Also, I wonder if some of that spec is for the DJI FPV drones running 2.4, so it should go further than an air unit on 5.8. So there's that too. If you're running the actual DJI drone on 2.4.
What, let's go waiting to fly with you, Greg, or something like that, bro? It looks like almost the same spot you're flying.
That spot looks dope. I want to fly there.
Oh no, it's the same
spot like that.
That's like super dark though.
Spot.
But you fly DJI, so you know. I just like the fact that my headphones are bumping with the music.
400-foot props. Could you imagine if you had a quad with 800 feet wide?
It's in the Avengers. Their spaceship. I mean, their flying ship.
Their carrier.
Their carrier. That's what we're looking for. How big those look? You know, what's Captain America
doing inverted yaw?
Imagine that big behemoth.
Yeah, I want to build something just like I want to build like a 30-inch. Fuck it.
Dude, that's almost 2 feet in
We'll strap Greg to it and send him.
He'd be like, more linear, more linear, more linear.
Vampire.
Vampiro. Oh, wait, what are you eating, cereal already? I gotta pee. You got black?
Vampire's footy's is looking a lot better.
Going hard as fuck.
Well, he was having a lot of encoding problems with his videos and like frame rate issues and shit, so I helped him out with Resolve and a few things, and I'm really seeing an improvement in his quality of his actual YouTube footage and shit. It's awesome to see because his style is so spastic. It's so like, you know, I mean, it's so fucking so flippy floppy, like, you know, like crazy high, you know, rate rolls and lots of them that if you have any problems with frame rate or bit depth on your recording or your render, you would get artifacts. Like, I think his style lends, yeah, there's so much quick motion that if you don't have the frame rate, it doesn't render as well. And he was rendering he was down converting stuff to 24, and I'm like, dude, do at least 30, you know, like.
Yeah, that same issue almost I had almost.
Yeah.
Insane.
I mean, granted,
But
I give Chad helped me a lot. I mean, I'm a sponge for information, so when Chad is talking to him, just like, and then I saw what he was talking about, and I was like, all right, cool, and I fixed it. Yeah, sure. Now you understand. Now I'm a fucking artifact junkie. If I see any artifact, I'm like, ugh, get rid of the footage.
It's I don't know if it's spastic, it might be more frantic, or like, it's like really high energy, really fast, super high rate, multiple rotations in different directions.
You know what's funny though? You know, it'd be so funny. We look at his rate, and he's running like fucking racing rate, but he's flying like that. That'd be some funny shit, right? Who's this?
Broccoli.
Is broccoli? Chopping broccoli? Oh god, I'm gonna miss the green.
This is a sick edit.
Combo, some FPV and some DJI, or backwards? Now you eating cereal, Marty?
Spagastic.
Just made a word.
Spagoo the spastic. This is fucking hilarious.
Mr. Steel is chaotic. Flippy floppies. I look at it.
Ah!
Look, it's a phallus-shaped object.
I almost kicked my light over.
So you got a flashback?
Don't do it.
Won't do it.
Rock getting on his flow. Going for that cine flow.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about living out there versus the city. You get always little open areas like that. That's Florida. You know how to throw it in one. You know how to throw it in sometime tonight.
There's no mountains, dude. It can't be Florida.
I was gonna say, not one single mountaintop.
I did not see one single mountain there.
Not one hill, no nothing.
Well, there is some brown water. I think he's near he's in Michigan, isn't he? Or like, no, where is he at? I know he goes up.
No, is he in Minneapolis? No, he is in Michigan. I remember that. Yeah, he is in Michigan. Yeah, I did go through those trees. He's like, nope. He thought about it. You could tell that he looked down that tree. I could make it. Nah.
He's from Toledo. I don't know where he's at the moment, though.
Toledo. The hell is
Toledo.
Hockey. Nothing in Toledo.
Or maybe he is in Ohio. God, I used to date a girl in Toledo.
Dope video.
Brock is in Toledo. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Okay, cool.
I used to date a girl in Toledo.
I mean, what is real?
What?
Is real.
What?
What is real?
What?
What? What? With what? What you said? What?
I know he heads up to Michigan a lot. I've seen a few videos of him going up to Detroit crew. But yeah, that's cool. He's not far. I have to check him out when I'm out in Indiana. I have to go check him out.
Yeah, rubbing her face, right? All the freaking Midwest and people out there, right? Boston. Well, at least I have an excuse to go out there now. Where the hell are you gonna be at?
I mean, I don't plan on being there, but if I am, I'll go to I.O. next year.
You know which couch I'm gonna be sleeping on.
What is real? I've noticed a significant improvement in your flow in the last couple months, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting flowy. It's just so weird not seeing him in DVR. Just see him in DVR, so that became his thing. I don't know why.
I just miss seeing his Nirvana.
Aww, you felt left out? I think out of everybody that we fly with, you're the only person I know that has a Nirvana now.
Shit, 608. I'm surprised I don't have a Midwest accent. I mean, I born and raised out there, Ohio,
weird,
Indiana. Well, it's because I traveled all and I'm like a chameleon. Like when I go to places, my accent changes depending on how people are around. Like the people around me. If I go to London, within a day or two, I will sound like I'm from London, and then Australia, same shit. Like.
So are you speaking English or the Queen's language?
The Queen's language. I even know a little bit of Cockney rhyming slang.
Shit. So go speak some Welsh. That is annoying as hell.
Yeah, Welsh, bro. I've met some English people that I could not understand what the fuck they were saying. The Welsh people, bro, like.
They're the worst.
They're fucking. I was sitting there with my one friend. He's from London. And this Welsh dude comes up and starts talking to us, and I look over and I'm like, what the hell did he just say? He goes, mate, I don't fucking know. like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's trying to say. He was like, it was like after a concert, and this guy was like kind of drunk, and he was Welsh, and he was just, bro, you couldn't understand a fucking thing coming out of his mouth.
If people don't know what Welsh is like, it's like they speak fast but with a lisp.
Well, when they start adding Cockney rhyming slang into it, it's really it's hard to, if you don't get Cockney, then
you're not gonna get
you'll have a hard time. Yeah, you'll have a hard time understanding.
Big time. Oh, I know that spot. You got balls, bro. That shit gets stuck up there, you ain't coming back down.
It's like, Cockney is like, your
dialect.
If we get, like, if we miss the last train, we'll be in Barney. Well, Barney
like, what the fuck is Barney?
Barney is Barney Rubble rhymes with trouble. That's Cockney rhyming slang. So when an English person says, "Hey mate, we were in Barney," that means they were in trouble. Barney Rubble rhymes with trouble. That's how Cockney works. It's fucking crazy.
God, that's annoying.
You could be like we used to make shit up. Like it wasn't like proper Cockney, but like I would be like, "Hey mate, I'll be right back. I've got to go take a Brad." Brad Pitt rhymes with shit.
Wow.
So I gotta go take a Brad, mate.
It's like it's insulting, but if you're not in the clique, I guess their slang, you're not gonna get it.
Oh, it's like they call us septics. Septic tank rhymes with yank.
Wow.
So if you ever an English person saying, I was hanging out with all these septics, that means he was hanging out with a bunch of Yanks or Americans.
You're right, Dart. It's like a Southern British. He's right, but they're up north.
Oh, the Welsh, yeah.
They're Southern Brit, but they're in the north.
But then you get so far, you start getting Scottish.
See, but I understand the Scottish accent, but a Welsh accent?
Yeah, Welsh is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, right now that place is a pool.
Oh, is it a pool right now?
Yeah, it's a pool right now.
I bet.
Remember because of after that rain that we had, and then it's been kind of like raining on and off for the last week after that. It's a pool.
Oh, I bet after the hurricane, it was a lake.
Well, a couple of guys went there, but they couldn't go on the clean side. Oh, yeah, that was up there. And then they locked it up. I ain't gonna stop.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they ain't gonna stop nobody from getting in there. There's other ways to get inside, but people don't want to do it though.
Matty Blunts, it's dab time.
It's that blunt. Coming in late or coming in hard? Dude, if they would have asked me to come that day, I wouldn't have come. I fucking slept all day after that day. I was burned out.
Yeah, but Ian from Mad's text you can understand what he's saying.
Yeah. But because he has to slow down. But if he went full Welsh, forget about it. Everybody in the comments would be like, "What?" Nice. Yeah, making my local spot, making me look scrub. Thanks, E-Rod. You bloody wanker.
Oh!
Oh! Ouch.
The end.
Yeah, literally the end. I think where it broke is.
Artie is frozen as fuck. Oh, we got Red X.
Red X. Oh shit. Yeah, oh, there he is. Oh. He's not frozen. He came back. He's back on the chair. You guys don't see that, but we see that on our end. Oh, there you go.
What did you do, Artie? Your shit's froze.
Look at his face. His face got stuck that way. Look at his face. Then it drops. And when it comes back, it's a different pose. I guarantee you. Yeah. Alright, you gotta watch when you get a chance. Bookmark this point. There you go. Watch the live feed when you get a chance. Oh no, you can't.
You can't.
No, they can't see it.
He's not live.
No, he's not live. But your face changes every time you freeze, and it gets stuck in that next. There you go.
He needs a 3D printed top plate. Did you do anything to trigger that freeze? Yeah.
Oh. Do it
real steady.
Yeah,
you obviously can't do that while you're trying to stream.
we need you live and present right now. Yo, did you fix the issues with that, Risco? Because I know you printed out a carbon fiber PLA top plate, which has been lasting for a minute now, you know? So I don't know if you perfected the design.
Shout out to Red X in the old works.
He's all about the polygons. He's all about the polygons. It is that Tron resistance. Oh, nice, nice. I like that with that transition. With a nice sync wave or vapor wave. Hey man, more like a vapor wave. Now, Greg, do you consider vaporwave or sync wave medium? The same. Digital.
Not this again.
I had to bring it up just because I don't know why. Just popped in my head.
Fucking EDM.
Oh God.
We got both kinds of music, drum and bass and jungle.
I know pretty much. We're little bachata. Nice. Yeah, guys. If you guys don't, I'm asking Risco about a top plate. He's not joking. Actually, he printed that on top plate for his quad. He ran it for a few sessions, and when he was down here, he swung gates and finally snapped it. You know, and I thought don't do that, but he told us that he's been rocking that top plate for a minute, so I wanted to make sure that he actually kept the same plate. Or
EDM and EPMPD, PBM, EPDM. I can't speak. EPMD.
You gotta stop hanging out with me, bro, because you're getting some of that decoder stutter and kicking.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got that EpiPen too, Risco. Can you believe that New York City passed a law where people can actually carry a emergency narco kit with them in case somebody overdoses? And
why not?
I actually have that. I actually have the kit here in my house. Oh, we know what that is. JJ.
J Love.
J Love with the Prius. Oh no, that's the Insight from Honda. Okay, that's why it's P-Tag and Parker. Okay.
I'm gonna Mandaloo.
Mando con tostones, chuletas. Alex. Oh yeah, when Javi, I love synthwave. If you watch a lot of my videos on my YouTube, I do play a lot of. I've done a bunch of videos with synthwave music. I mean, I'm a huge fan of it because it reminds me of 80s music. baby here. So.
Not very good with people. If you don't start a conversation, you won't have one.
Está Juan solo. I'm assuming this DVR. Was like DVR. Oh, already fell out. Yeah, I'm talking so much shit about Foxeer. Look what I have in my hand. Foxeer box. There's actually a camera in here too.
Should have gone for the head.
All the pixels.
All the pixels. I'm glad now the parks are empty now. I don't gotta deal with fucking people anymore. No more soft targets. You go, gotcha. Good shit. Check out that new logo right there, guys. I gotta mention that. I got a new logo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did it?
Made it myself too, by the way. Not a fucking software.
You made your logo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Alright. There you go, boss life, piping that pipe. Whole party's okay. Anybody at a party? By the way, guys, in the stream, party kind of stepped out. Never mind.
Sounds like his router reset. He said he's been doing it. Yeah.
He's getting a new router. Wait, isn't he using like an Apple router or something now? He's in a...
I don't think so, no.
No. Well, routers usually take a shit after a few years. People don't realize that.
Hearing throttle after I input it, and I have nasty prop wash.
Huh?
Hearing throttle? What do you mean? What do you mean hearing throttle?
If you have like footage of your issue, DM us. So you look at
Well, put it and help me in the Discord. If you got footage, drop a link in the Discord. Preferably raw footage with prop sounds. But if you're having prop wash from throttle,
unless he's probably confused with some kind of oscillation.
Well, I wonder if he's just having like, you know, when you blip throttle and then you cut it hard, then some quads will lose authority. You may want to, if you're on email, you may want to play with the linear thrust. There's a delay in your throttle. What flight controller?
Software.
Yeah, what flight controller? Emu Flight and then also Emu Flight or Beta? Or yeah.
He's back and he's bigger than ever.
I'd be calling my internet provider to find out what the fuck.
Yeah.
Delay sounds like there's some sort of setup issue.
Why you? Day 2.
What's up, the nutty?
Oh yeah, Marty Robbins. Fuck yeah.
I knew it, Greg. You got the cracker came out of you, boy.
Oh yeah.
The hell are you eating, Greg? I saw that. Don't hide it. I saw you sneak to the side. Can't tell what that is unless he's your logo. Like
Ice cream.
Ice cream sandwich. Oh man, I'm bougie. I got a Haagen-Dazs popsicle in the fridge.
Sounds good.
You are bougie.
That is
Bougie as fuck.
Well, it's not full bougie because if I was full bougie on a popsicle stick, then it'll be like a Dove bar. I think that's a little above Haagen-Dazs. Like a Magnum bar. Rip for his pleasure.
You would take a Magnum right to the mouth, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, with a Dove? Hell yeah, bro. Free.
Do you see the delay in the GUI?
See the delay in your GUI.
Well, when things get really gooey, they can get delayed.
I'm done. I'm out. I'm done.
You.
Our Virgin ears can't hear this. Ouch. Yep. That or the ESC blew out. Please tell me you could rearm. Yeah, you could tell his fucking quad died right there.
End of flashback.
So that means his quad died. that image.
Ugh.
Ooh, ouch. He's just crashing left to right.
Asbestos cam too.
Who's this?
This is fucking hilarious.
It's like a crash, like flight, but it's like a crash reel.
Nice flight time.
No, it's been edited a few times.
Oh shit. I would die on those.
Ba-da-dooms.
Who dis?
Tom Servo.
What?
Tom
Servo.
Servo.
Look at all that asbestos. Yummy. Like
Just
like
served. Yo.
Yo. What was that from again?
I didn't catch the whole thing.
Oh God, who's that
Look at
ugly
this.
mug?
Here we go. So
Look at his ugly mug.
Hero 10 dropped. That's what I'm filming this on. Everything I'm filming in this is with the Hero 10 Black. And I'll be flying the new BQE Cinewhoop prototype. It should be dropping soon. You can check it out at bqe.io. Well, keep an eye out for it there. Damn flies. Yeah, so I'm just gonna run through all like the H.265 modes and like 5K60 with boost, 5K60 standard, then 4K 120 and 2.7 240. So here we go.
Yeah, by the way, guys, 5K doesn't have super view.
Did have one issue with the camera already. After flying 2 packs, I noticed that the rear screen was broke. Just a little, like a tiny crack. Immediately got on the phone, well, on the computer, with GoPro customer service, and they already shipped one out. So
nice. Shout
out to them. Holy crap, that was so fast. That was a great experience. So thank you guys for that. All right, so first we have 5K60. I shot in. Top left is 5K60 standard hypersmooth. Bottom left is 5K60 unstabilized, and I ran it through real steady. 5K60 boost for hypersmooth is on the bottom right. I didn't have anything for the top right corner, so I mean, I guess you're gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, this was just trying to do a decent comparison of, you know, the things that are available with the Hero 10 at 5K60. Now here we have some 5K60 with real steady, and it's slowed down to 50% and looks pretty damn good. I mean, I'm not too unhappy with it, you know. Alright, so this is 4K 120 in full speed as shot, and then coming up I ramp it down to 30%. Just wanted to compare it to 5.360, and you know, you can see it's starting to slow down here, and now I'm getting real close down to the 30% speed in Premiere that I wanted. But you can see, like, you know, you're not seeing frames drop or anything like that. It looks pretty damn good. I mean, I'm really happy that they added this feature, 120 frames a second. This is sick. All right, and here is 2.7K, 240 frames a second. I got this slowed down a damn good amount.
Oh, scraggly.
20% here. And I mean, I could slow down more, but you know, it's just showing you what it can do. Like, the slow motion with these cameras is going to be amazing now. And I mean, 2.7K, this is 2.7K upscaled to 4K. So, or stretched to fit a 4K window, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it looks great. There's so much detail. It looks really good. Thing's a powerhouse, you know? And then here we have it again. Same thing, 2.7 120 at 20 frames a second. And it's just, you know, a little bit more lighting. The last one was a little bit dark. Or it was a little darker, but it was, I mean, it was within the same 5 minutes of flying. So just to give you an idea of, you know, how this looks. I mean, this is damn smooth. This is looking really good. So I'm gonna have to mess around with some stuff that I want to film for slow motion. See what it does. Not necessarily drone stuff, but maybe do some more lightning, like the video I'll show at the end. And then here's me and Henley walking down the street, going down the fly. Slowed this down also to 10%, and as you can see, you can still see it. Like, it's not glitchy, it's not jumpy. I really couldn't be happier with anything slow-mo wise in here. This is pretty good. But yeah,
just gotta wait till you start snoring.
Look at this. And then I got some dirt bikes that came up right before I was about to fly. They were looking over, giving you the old the old wave, saying what's up. This is in 10% or 10% speed also. So there you go. Now another thing that I've never really messed with the GoPro is messing around with still photos, but here we are. You know, the day I got this, I took a couple of pictures of Henley, and they came out great. I mean, these were all raw photos, and then I also did a little time lapse. And all right, so just like I thought, still gonna fly the same. It's gonna feel the same. I didn't notice any difference going from the 7 to the 8 or the 8 to the 9. I didn't really notice anything going from the Session to the Hero 6 either. So it is what it is. Some people don't like it, some people do, but this is actually like 4 or 5 grams lighter than the Hero 9 somehow. It is what it is. Again, you're not going to notice any difference in like flight characteristics or weight or anything between the Hero 9 and the Hero 10. It flew good. It's actually getting kind of cloudy. Like, it looks like it's going to rain, and that's good because I know that the low light is supposed to be a lot better with this. So we'll see how that goes. I flew under some like tree cover, stuff like that, just to see how it's going to go. All my settings are the same. It's 100-100 with shutter speed 180 degrees out. And yeah, so, and then I took some pictures with I took some pictures with Henley with the time lapse and let her jump around, and then took a 240 frame a second video of my cat just sitting and then running away. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I've already seen other footage that came from it. I actually shot this last night. Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it's dark, but I just went outside. I grabbed the camera as soon as I got it. I went outside and filmed lightning. So it is what it is. Could have been. It is what it is. But that's on me with the settings. That's not on the GoPro. But really happy with it. Really happy with GoPro as a company too. Yeah, all in all, I think you'll love it. So go out and get it. And I'm gonna walk away because the flies are awful here. I'm getting like murdered by flies. So
gotta get that D.
Hope you enjoy it.
That's big D.
Bye.
I get that D.
It is what it is.
We.io.
You don't have that deed, it is what it is. I disagree, though. I noticed a big difference between a Session and a fucking Hero in terms of weight. Oh,
look at that, Jan.
John. Yeah, the shit him and Spoonie got is fucking killer.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't trust those bets, bro. Those bets are sus left to right. Those bets for the 9 or 10, or for any GoPro, USB-C.
Looks so clean.
I know, right?
Yeah, this is killer.
I wonder. Wait, does he rock out 2 cameras? The chase cam in the back of the quad? I'm assuming he does. For certain shots.
Nice.
Good shit, good shit.
Shout out Virgin, that was dope.
Dopey dope.
Speaking of, DrugCodeProductions.com, go check it out.
Go check it out. For you guys listening, code to end of the show.
Shout out just me.
Nice RX-7.
They're drifting backwards.
Skid marks. Actually, there's a trick like that where the guys do that for real. In Japan, they do that a lot.
Hey, tell me when you're switching cars next time, everyone. Like 4 of them. We were on 2, were we not? Didn't you say we had to chase the 2?
I need to find a drift track out near Indiana.
Back roads.
I'm just gonna go to the fucking 500 and start chasing cars.
Stand outside the gate.
Yeah, just fly it right up over the stadium and send it. Fucking
easy chase. You just gotta keep going left. Nice. MK2, RX-7.
yeah, agreed. Losing the battery out of the GoPro is not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk my pilot license.
You're New Yorker, forget about it.
Is there any good drift tracks out there, Turkey?
I'm sure there is.
God, this track wants me to cut my wrist.
Wow, it's like that.
I mean, it's extreme, bro. This deep song right there, deep track.
That's what she said.
Alright.
Dirt bike track by you? Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, do that. He's getting a super delay on RX update. And there's an option in beta flight to correct that. I forgot what the fuck it's called. It's in beta flight. There's a receiver's tab. Was that Crown Vic? '71 Crown Vic.
Fucking prop sound is overwhelming.
Yeah, it's killing me, man.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Just drop that noise a little.
Turn that shit down a little bit.
Commercial, bro.
You can turn it down. It's the beauty.
I know you want to be like, turn it up, but
Beautiful video though. That's cool.
Yeah. It was a super cool spot. That mid pond spot is super dope.
except for the track. The track makes you want to put black liner and drink lots of coffee and cigarettes. And start screaming, why does it hurt?
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Will, bro.
Say say this thing looks
He's rocking a
juicy.
super slow.
My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. I thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? I made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Jodeci cry.
Yeah, finally made it back. 608.
When you want me to, like controller.
And fell out again for a minute.
Yeah.
Took a left.
Good looking out, Chad, by the way.
Next time we're gonna make him live.
Oh, not gonna happen.
Stop turning.
Like controller. And I'm never on always think shawty.
Shout out to Will Brown.
Straight killing it.
They don't want me to give you nothing. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't want to see me find your loving. They don't want to see me smiling back when they knowing I lie for you. Thinking I die for you. Jodeci cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Yeah. Like controller.
Oh.
Rastafari.
God, man, bring the music, man.
You can't listen to me talk, then go tell my story. Nah. It don't work like that when you love somebody. My old flex is my new flex now, and we're working on it. Yeah. And that's why I need all the energy that you bring to me. My last girl would tear me apart, but she never wanna split a thing with me. But when it comes to you, I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller.
Good shit, Will.
Like
Good shit.
Good shit, man.
Yeah. And I'm never on always think shawty. I do it how you say you want it. Them girls, they just wanna take my money. They don't want me to give you nothing. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't wanna see me find your loving. They don't wanna see me smiling back.
Yeah, boy.
Damn. Flexing that control.
What? He's a goon. Goons never. Come on, man. Goonies never say disarm. You know the rules, man. I don't know.
I disarm the 10-inch because bad things can happen if I don't. Big bad things.
For excuse for a goon, go sit in the corner and rethink your life.
No, I'm confident I'm doing the right thing. Trust me. Woo.
Nice endo. I wonder if he paused it. You're right to stop it.
I need to go rent a 10 just so I can do the challenge.
Right.
Wait, rent that a 10 to do the challenge, huh?
The $1 million challenge, the GoPro 10.
Dude, all you gotta do is find a mountain and go for it. Send it. I wonder if this is the one where it got squashed. There you go, Matt. You'll lend your hits for half. Half of what? There you go, right there. That's your answer. Give you some of that whale special.
Some dub shots.
Yeah, well, Bannister, if you see a lot of the footage from GoPro, a lot of it is from Chris. Did he win the challenge twice in 1 year, twice in a row? GoPro
John won
twice, right?
You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns, and those who dig.
And those with the quarter rings.
Half of what?
Exactly, half of what? And does it involve going all the way in, or just? You know?
Yeah, there's a challenge every year when they release a new GoPro. There's a big challenge, and you can submit footage, and you can win money. They give away $1 million in prizes.
Yeah, they probably give you like 10 GoPros a year. Yeah, have you seen that GoPro boat?
No.
Oh, look at that.
No.
That's sick.
Yeah.
He did some Inception there, right there.
That's how you win right there, is you put their shit in your video.
Shameless plug.
Fucking dope.
They do, but they started to. I think they're starting to realize that, you know, a lot of the action stuff that we do, only we can do it. Bannister, you know.
It's that shot collar. Get that shot collar.
Get that third person pusher.
He's got it in pusher mode, yeah.
Pushing them, which you guys don't know, that mean the motor's upside down.
GoPro hates us.
You're upside down.
They hate us, but they need us. Let's be real about that.
Well, I just think we've created a new market.
All the boats that are hanging out by the Panama Canal, stuck in limbo. I think it is.
Yeah, I feel that, Bannister.
Word.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Oh, that's in Korea.
Yes.
That's in Korea.
Yeah. This dude makes some incredible edits.
China.
That's Korea, bro. Those parks. What else? What's another common Korean last name?
But I love China.
Oh God, China.
China all the time. I wonder if Risco's ever seen that video. He'd appreciate that.
I'm sure. It's pretty funny.
I don't know, every time I see these kind of edits like this, I mean the color grade, it reminds me of BGDP's OSMO camera. It has almost the same. Good shit.
No.
I sent you a link in Facebook chat, Risco. You have to tell me if you've ever seen that. Oh yeah, you've seen it. I just sent it to you. I love China. China all the time. I love doing the raving. Dude. Anyways, all right. Well, that's it for our playlist this week, and thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us every time, and we love all you guys, and thank you for your support. Once again, we'll be back, not next week, but in some shape or fashion the week following, as it stands, unless something changes, and then we'll tell you. But tentatively, take the week off. That gives you 2 weeks for your game of quad, so that means we better see a fuck ton of entries.
At minimum, 12 entries.
Yeah, I want everybody to fucking enter. Every damn person needs the internet.
Every person on the Discord has to join the chat. We want to sit for an hour and a half just doing game of quads. Can you guys do it?
That'd be insane, actually. I don't know if the bot can even handle all that.
No.
Oh, post your vids here, mate. In hashtag post your vids here.
Bannister, you go on the Discord on Goons and you post your footy there. Under
and then for the game of quad is
game of quad or battlevids. Oh, by the way, guys, if anybody doesn't realize it, Artie's still a YouTube moderator.
Cutoff is generally for Game of Quad. It's 8 p.m. EST. That gives Greg and Artie time to put the playlist together and get all that shit together. Playlist is pretty much the same. We usually work on the playlist. Vince does some work and Greg does some work, throughout the week, and then we kind of finish it up and tweak it pre-show. We day of, and then. Yeah, so I would just get, if you want to get on the main playlist, post your vids here, and if you're getting into the game of quad, that's Battles Vids.
Thank you, 608.
Yeah, 20 Mil's got to set the trick. He said he's going to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
He doesn't. He owes us all McDonald's. Same. 20 Mil.
Dude, don't eat McDonald's. Did you see that?
To get the blood pumping.
Did you see that article? There's an article recently where some chef basically sued and proved that McDonald's is not actual edible food.
Hey, I saw that.
Did you see that? Yeah, dude. It actually has some chemical in it that is not for human consumption.
All of it isn't. I
well,
eat McDonald's.
It's the worst. It's the worst pieces of meat imaginable in terms of what's actually going into it. But then there's an actual chemical that the food industry uses to cleanse.
Yeah, it's like ammonia.
Cleanse meat, and it's like, yeah, it's not. It's something really bad, dude. And like a famous chef, basically went to bat and fucking monkey dicks.
I could vouch for that, because if I have
and they're still allowed to serve it.
Yeah, bro, it's bad.
They're paid, one, and two, there's not enough in the food to the guidelines, but everybody reacts differently. Like me personally, I can't have McDonald's at all, period. I get 3 stages of McDonald's before I get sick. One, once I eat it, I get extremely hot. I start sweating, right? And then I start getting dizzy spell, then I get nauseated to the point of throwing up. I can't have McDonald's at all, period. I stopped eating.
It's bad. I don't remember what the hell it is. Let's see. It was a chef.
Yeah, I can't eat it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like one time the McDonald's had like a deal for 20 nuggets for $5. Something. It was
Chef Jamie Oliver claims beef is unfit for human consumption for McDonald's beef. McDonald's lost the battle. Who proved the food they sell is not suitable for ingestion because it's highly
I'm a vegetarian, so if besides, you know,
because it's highly toxic. The Post claims the British chef forced a fast food outlet to change his burger recipe after he revealed the chain was using pink slime, meat products processed with a chemical ammonium hydroxide in its patties. Pink slime was reportedly coined in 2002 by the Department of Agriculture microbiologist. In an email, meat processing is largely known as lean, finely textured beef.
Finely textured beef.
We're talking about meat that would have been sold as dog food.
Yeah. A lot of sugar and salt in a lot of their foods. Even a salad has sugar in it. That shit's. Ugh. No, I can't have McDonald's.
Yeah, they put mad sugar in their buns and shit too.
The buns, everything they have, and it's fucking salty as balls, bro. So
pink slime.
Yikes.
I know it's tasty as hell. I'm not gonna deny. So when the time I've had it, I was like, I'm gonna regret eating it, and I've regretted it every single time. Cause
I can't like eat their hamburgers at all.
Although some sites say it's misleading, and some people are like the fact checkers stuff. Some people say it's.
My kids eat those freaking nuggets.
Well, they're young. They're still growing.
The nuggets are the worst, dude.
So
it's like chicken assholes, bro, and like, oh my god, it's the worst. It's the nastiest parts.
It's like everything on the McDonald's menu is a hot dog, but with a different flavor.
They love that shit too.
The kids are growing up, bro. The kids are growing up. Once they get to
that age, Waldo says that I think. Well, Waldo was saying that whatchamacallit, what's the bulk place? The bulk place has chicken that's Costco or whatever. He said that they've got chicken nuggets there that are better than like what you would get from Chick-fil-A. But it's kind of similar to Chick-fil-A, but it's
they're patties.
Not
Sam's or Costco. Sam's has some, but they're not really that good.
Or maybe it was Sam's Club. Maybe that was it. I don't know. You'd have to ask Waldo.
They aren't that good.
I used to work for Costco. They don't have anything like that there.
They aren't that good. They taste like they just soaked them in pickle juice.
Yeah, the food industry is pretty shady, and the shit they feed us. Free the tamales. That was a perfect timing. Free the tamales, dude. Free the tamales.
I can go for some tamales right now, bro. Some tamales con some crema, una repollo.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do fast food, Wendy's is my typical pick.
Yeah, Wendy's don't do much.
I just don't pick that.
I just generally don't off that much. But I mean, in a pinch, you don't have any choice. So like,
I try to avoid it as much as possible. I try to avoid.
But Chick-fil-A is my default.
No, my friend eats a lot of Wendy's, and it makes me laugh though because he went.
I don't patron Chick-fil-A.
I like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is good.
It's all good, man. You got one on every corner.
I don't patron.
I remember
Chick-fil-A.
when I went to Florida.
I'm just not down with homophobic companies. It's just not really it's not something I want to support, to be honest.
But they close on
I understand.
That's to each their own. Everybody do whatever you do. If it ain't hurting me, I'm good. But I'm not going to support certain companies if they're going to discriminate against people. That's just not conducive to a positive community. So, no Chick-fil-A for me.
Good for you, bud.
I used to eat it before I knew, but
I mean, you're gonna be leaving New York, and you're gonna.
I want gay chicken. Fuck yeah, bro. We all want gay chicken.
It's like fuck off. Instead of I'm sorry for all my.
That's hilarious. Well, anyways, that's my
LGBT family out there.
My whatever.
I love you guys.
It's my thing for tonight. I don't know even what to say, dude. Yes, free the tamales. That's what I say.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, y'all take it easy, man. I'm ready to go to bed.
Free the ducks.
I know that. I got all the evidence I ever need.
Screenshot the shit out of it. All right, guys. We love y'all. Again, thank you so much for all your support and your love. It really means a lot. And we'll see y'all soon. And y'all be good. Send it.
Enjoy your day off.
Good night, guys. Peace, guys. Ciao, matane.
Much love, y'all.
That's
Bye.
It.
Wednesday, my dudes.
Hey. In case I didn't know. Mod.
Thanks. I could do a fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. Got a million times. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop out, and then roll, then that is split ass. Fucking split ass. I could do a fucking split ass. You pop out, and then roll.
I mean,
pop it. You roll.
I don't buy into
then
whatever
you go in
bullshit you're saying.
to the shit. Powerly blind, powerly.
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.